Welcome everybody to Lincoln, Nebraska as we get set for the regional final. Will it be Ole Miss moving on or Arizona State forcing a game tomorrow? Ole Miss, the unbeaten 2-0. Arizona State's already fought through some adversity today. They got a victory in their first game against the home team, Nebraska. The NCAA baseball regionals are presented by Capital One. Our brackets look like this. It's been a wild one. We've had some weather like most of the regions. And it impacted the first time these two teams met. It was about a 2-hour, 45-minute rain delay. 7-6 final in 14 innings. Nebraska bounced out today. They lost both their women's softball team and men's baseball teams. We welcome you inside. You can see over our shoulder. It is a gorgeous night for baseball. That's Kyle Peterson, and I'm Carl Ravitch. Good to have you aboard. Mentioned some of the adversity that ASU is dealing with. They're going to have to win their second game, and they're going to have to do it without their best player. Landon Hairston got thrown out for protesting a third strike call, and the challenge is going to be replacing the bat and figuring out how in the world they can replace the glove as well.
Yeah, turn of the page, honestly, is getting past that. I think there was a shock value that happened. Arizona State had a 10-run lead. Nebraska had the game-tying run up at the end. However, it's a win. They move on. They just do it without one of the best players in the country.
All right, let's take a look at what happened. And sort of getting a quick straw poll. Feels like 60-40. The program agrees with it because you really can't show up an umpire like that.
You cannot do that. It's unfortunate, honestly, because we don't get to see the player, right. But you just can't do it. I mean, I think that's one you can't argue, and not exactly the walk you want to make because there's no clubhouse back behind their dugout. Had to walk across the field, get off the field. Willie Bloomquist helped him get there. This is what they miss. I mean, they miss one of the best hitters in the country. And a kid that's got a chance to win the Golden Spikes.
It feels like, given the way they're playing, especially earlier today, I mean, they've scored 28 runs their last two games. There is offense here, a lot of it.
Well, and he hasn't provided a ton of it. This guy has. Nucatratis he's been the best player in this regional so far. 4 home runs, Webb gems at second base. I mean, you talk to Willie Bloomquist, and what did he call it, a free safety playing baseball? Yep. That's kind of what he looks like. Ole Miss looks like they have 4 or 5 free safeties and a couple rush-ins that are playing, and Udemark's one of them. Back-to-back seasons, he's hit at least 20 home runs. He's the all-time home run leader at Ole Miss and already has one in this regional. Could be some fireworks tonight. Having
had to play earlier and use some of their high-leverage arms, the pitching advantage feels like it's Ole Miss, but don't tell that to ASU. Our game is coming up next. Welcome back, everyone. We are just about set for first pitch. The Arizona State Sun Devils, their batting order. You see that number on the bottom, 10 homers, 3 grand slams. 9 of those 10 home runs have come from the first 4 in the order. And the move is to move Dean Toigo up and take the spot of Landon Hairston. Again, if you're just flipping on, he was thrown out of a game earlier. He would have not played tonight because he was thrown out, but the idea that he is now having to watch this thing, Toigo bounces up, and the way he's hitting, it's not necessarily a huge loss. KP pointed it out. They got to deal with somebody that is dealing.
Yeah, this kid's pretty good. Cade Townsend's got a chance to go in the middle of the first round this year. The last 2 haven't been great, honestly. Up until then, it had been really good. Fastball, cutter, slider, curve. They don't hit the slider and curve. They really haven't all year. Fastballs mid to upper 90s. Pretty good option 3 if you're Ole Miss to trot this guy out there.
Right. And again, the advantage, at least in the beginning, feels like on the mound it would go to the Rebels. But let's see how they approach him. The offense has been great. Toigo's digging in. Townsend's ready, and we're underway. And he swings at the first one and sends it to the sidewalk out there on left. You look around, you realize the Huskers aren't playing in this game. As a result, the crowd is sparse.
Good night to get foul balls.
Great night. Tom Decker plays real deep at second base again. And Toigo looks at a ball. Townsend is a sophomore, 6'1", 185, draft eligible. Southern California native, 6.35 ERA his freshman year. So what did he do over the summer? He moved in with his pitching coach and the family. And he goes high cheddar. So he lived with Joel Manglin.
Yeah, and they saw the upside. The upside was easy to see last year. It was just he was a freshman. and it wasn't quite there. Well, that upside is materialized into somebody that has got a chance to go out and dominate a lineup.
On a 1-2. And that ball is roped to left field. That sends Jones back. He's going to have to keep going back. And how about a leadoff blast for Toigo? Touch 'em all time for Toigo, his third. And a shocker, it's 1-0 ASU on an Oppo taco. Are you serious with this ASU offense?
How about taking 97 at your neck out the other way? I mean, watch where Foley starts the glove right here. We're trying to go up. It's up. I mean, it's letter high, if not further. There's not a lot of guys when you're intentionally trying to throw up at 97 that can do what Toigo just did. Not only make contact, but run one out of the ballpark. Likes that leadoff spot. Early start for the Devils.
1-0 Willie Bloomquist with his decision on how to replace Hairston. He gets popped from Toigo. Contradas behind 0-1. New has been nothing short of absolutely spectacular. And ahead 0-2. That has to shock a pitcher, Townsend, when you throw it up there and see it leave.
When you hit your spot. I mean, with his stuff, when he hits his spot, he usually doesn't give up hits, and he definitely didn't give up home runs. But yeah, Toigo just put a shock in everybody right there.
It's 0-2. This ball is up in the air and playable for the right fielder. Tristan Becerra is under there, and he makes the play, and there's one down. Both of these teams do that a lot, hit homers. Each come in with over 100 on the season. They will swing and miss. Ole Miss believes they will put some runs on the board tonight, given it is not one of the ASU's ace. Although how good was their pitcher today that gave him 6 innings. As Longo looks at one right down the middle.
Yeah, Colby Guy is the early game MVP for the Devils. He went out and gave him 6 innings, gave up just 1 run. A little tighter than they wanted at the end, but he set him in a great spot to win.
And they led at 11-1, 11-8. Longo late there and a good breaking ball. Yeah, I mean, part of this staying at the house with the family was kind of working on the mechanics. His dad, Townsend, is a biochemist, so there's a deep thinker when it comes to seam shifted wake and all that stuff. Did he go? Yeah, he did. And that is strike 3. They spent a ton of time working on pitch grips. They also got into reggae music. Townsend discovered that Mangrum, as he said, doesn't cook at all, thankfully, and that the wife and daughter do incredibly well, and that he looks forward to having the entire family at his wedding. They got very close. It's become a father-son dynamic. 2 down for a guy that wrapped a couple today. Small Dino already. Just misses. For Toigo, that was his 20th of the year, and that means for the first time in the history of the school, KP, they've had 3 20 home run hitters in a season.
That's what they live by. I mean, there's a fair amount of swing and miss. It's not crazy, but a fair amount of swing and miss, but there is a ton of thump in this lineup.
And Smaldino is certainly one of those guys. 2 today. He now is sitting there with 18 on the season. On a 2-1. That's 3-1. Some debate on which is Townsend's best pitch. The fastball is always reliable. There's several of the players, a guy like Udemark at third who's got pitch calm. He gets excited to see that curveball, as he said, drop from the heavens. 3-2 though. He went with some heat. That's the view that Udemark has. And the infielders with the pitch calm know the pitch that's being called. He lost him there, 3-2. Cole Linder is going to go for Arizona State to start this game off. And here comes Austin Rolig. One of the bigger differences for ASU over the last couple of days versus the first have been the bottom of the order, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Game one, they went 2 for 26. The last couple of games, they've been hitting at a 363 clip. Last couple of pitches for Townsend haven't been close.
Look out.
You can get that fastball up to 97 miles an hour.
Hey, he touched it right there. I mean, the breaking ball is sometimes, if he can land it, he's going to win. I mean, it's just because he can expand the zone with it at that point. It's a matter of can he get ahead enough. That's the slider. So you can see the slider about that speed, so 85, 86. The cutter's going to be around 90. And the curveball a little bit less.
Ready on a 1-2. He delivers, and that is called strike 3. Josh Shepis is our home plate umpire tonight, and he pumps out Rolig. But not before Dean dropped a bomb.
I think Dean Toigo's ever hit leadoff in his life. This rate, he may hit it every game for the rest of his life. Leadoff home run, the Devils strike first.
Ole Miss finished about 15-15 in the SEC, 38-21 overall. And you take a look at the top 5, and you have to highlight Federico, because it feels like this last couple of weeks it's gone from let's look at the top 4 to let's make sure you include Hayden.
Yeah, I think it was interesting too talking to Mike Bianco about this lineup, and there is a fair amount of swing and miss. Decker has more walks and strikeouts. Federico's 30-30, but the other guys, they can put up with the swing and miss because they have some other guys that have a little bit more plate discipline. It's a good combination, and Furness and Federico combined for 11 hits so far for Ole Miss in this regional.
And there you see him. Colin Linder is getting the start in this game. Sewanee, Georgia, 6'4", 235. Speaking of Georgia, the Dogs have moved into the Supers.
That's first team, huh?
They win. Yep, they've reserved a spot. You know, we had Landon Hairston thrown out here. Trey Phelps was ejected from the game after hitting a home run and celebrating. So Phelps will miss game 1 of the Super.
Yeah.
Wes Johnson also got thrown out of that one. Take a look at a longtime coach, quarter century there. Mike Bianco won the whole thing in 2022. KP just mentioned Kentucky. Well, last team's in. That's Ole Miss's journey to a World Series title. Last team in. Now Dom Decker to lead off. And right on the corner, good pitch to start for Linder.
Yeah, for Linder, you're going to see a bunch of fastballs. It's about 70%. It'll be in the low 90s. Could bump up a little bit more than that.
Decker sails that one out of play. 274 to start the night. 10 homers, 5 doubles on the season. And here it comes. And he swings and rolls one towards first. Slowly hit, and an easy play for Small Dino at first. There's one down on some weak contact from Decker. And now you get to the biggest guy on this team, Judd Utermark, who has set the school record for career homers with 50. And he went deep in their first meeting, hitting one out to right. Luongo is a terrific athlete in center field. That's ball 1 to Judd Utermark. And a take 2-0 in his first trip to Lincoln, all excited about being here. And he would like to continue this season in a Super. If they win, they move on. If not, there'll be another game tomorrow. On the ground, that is a fair ball, and Utermark sees it get by the third baseman Rolig, and he is headed to second. He's got a chance to think about 3, and he just puts the brakes on as that one got away from McGarry, banging off the fence and then to the wall. But a double for Utermark, his 11th.
Good sign for Utermark right there, who homered in the first game. Had been a little bit soft since then, but not right here. And a fastball at 91 down in the zone, just hits it in the right spot. Rowland can't get there. He gave a thought to trying to leg this out. Honestly, if he does, he's into third, I think, fairly easily, but you take a stand-up double in the first.
To Will Furnace, the 3-hole hitter. And ball 1. Furnace went to the same high school his dad did, a very famous player for LSU. Eddie Furnace, it's 2-0. Will was hitting .488, named a first-team high school All-American. The question was where he was going to go play. His dad, of course, was a star at LSU. LSU wasn't really in the cards for him. Arkansas, TCU, Ole Miss. And, of course, he ended up here as a Rebel. He's got a good count, 2-0. And launches one sky high in the air. This looks like it's playable for Longo. Utermark goes back, fakes his tag. And Furnace retired for the second out. Playing under very calm conditions tonight compared to what we've had the last couple of nights, including a game suspended because of a terrific, tremendous, and also troubling lightning storm that rolled through Nebraska. But the winds are way down compared to what we've had. Some of that swing and miss shown there from Becerra, who's got 36 walks on the season and 79 strikeouts.
Yeah, Utermark 76 strikeouts. Becerra's strikeout numbers up there.
They'll throw down behind Utermark. He'll dive back safely.
That was risky there.
You take a look at Longo out there in center field, and at this hour, 7:21 here in Nebraska, he's covering his eyes. That sun is bearing right down on him. Federico is on deck. He's been red hot lately with a hit in 5 straight at-bats. Saw him this morning. I said, "You're hot." He goes, "That doesn't matter. I need to stay hot." Becerra hit one earlier, the longest one we've seen here at 435 feet. 2-2, and he's gone. Good inning for Colin Linder. He leaves Utermark out there at second base. No runs across. We head to the second. Arizona State needing a win, up 1-0 thanks to a Toigo homer. And a huge mural of Abraham Lincoln. KP's told me I got to get to Haymarket Square, which we did. We saw the Capitol building in the distance.
Got a good vantage point of Lincoln from here.
Great vantage point of Lincoln and Memorial Stadium, where the football team plays. We start with Matt Polk, the DH. Vanderbilt transfer. There he is, the sower. Got a bag up there. Apparently he takes seeds out of it and he sows the fields.
Yes.
It's an education when you come to Lincoln with KP.
You got a food education. You got a state history education.
Yeah, the food education was like an experience. I'm not sure the bod is happy with the course load.
Take a few days off.
I'm going to take a break. Polk, right field, coming in, and now stopping is Becerra. And Polk will fly out to right field for the first out of the second.
Some craziness going on across the country, Rav. Troy beats Florida, forces a Game 7 in Gainesville tomorrow. Kansas leads Arkansas. If they win the regional, head to a super.
Arkansas had the lead in that game, didn't they?
They did. OU scored 8 in the 4th. They now lead Georgia Tech 10-8. That game may end up.
It's not going to end up 10-8.
21-20.
It's not going to be 10-8. I think we know that. And now McGarry squares and he bunts it backwards. It's 0-1. McGarry is the guy that played left field when Hairston got thrown out. 281 on the season. And yes, Hairston will miss his first game next season.
No, just this one.
Oh, just this one?
Yeah.
Okay, I
it's
thought
just
it was
that game and the kick you out of the game, then you miss the next one.
All right, I thought I had read that he will miss the first one next season, but I'm going to go with KP. Straight over the top, fastball 97, missed low. And it goes to 1 ball, 1 strike on McGarry, the left fielder.
You'll see a lot of that tonight. There'll be a lot of swing and miss. I think it's one of those nights, if you're Arizona State, it's going to be tough to string together like 3 singles in an inning.
Right.
They already ran into 1. They may have to run into a few more or just get Townsend out of there.
Will not take 2 and 2. While they're swing and miss, there's a lot of pop, which we've talked about. They hit the ball hard, too. Their average exit velocity was right around 91 miles an hour, which was good for 5th in the country. And one of the reasons was Hairston. That's a hard hit ball, and that goes through a wide open space. And Kai McGarry delivers a single with 1 out here in the 2nd.
There's a good piece. McGarry had a double when he came into the game after Harrison got thrown out. Now he comes up and singles off of Townsend here with 1 out in the 2nd.
There's a part of them, meaning ASU, that feels like collectively they're all kind of hot right now offensively. It is not just about what new Contradas has done. So many other guys are putting bat to ball.
Longo's gone deep. Smaldino's gone deep twice. Toigo's gone deep twice.
Here is the catcher, Briggs. Fastball misses in. Willie Bloomquist, a longtime major league player, about 14 years in the bigs, really constructed this team out of the portal. And Briggs was not one of those guys, but they weren't really sure who was going to be the everyday catcher until Briggs assumed control of it. A couple of Cal transfers came over. There's Willie. He's working with a full complement of scholarship players. That's in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. One of the other things that helped Townsend really become the pitcher that he is was a book that he was handed by Mangrum. That one sails high. It's a book that the Guardians, and Mangrum was a minor league pitching coordinator for the Guardians at the major league level for 4 years. So when they would draft a guy, they would give them a gift bag, and in that bag was a book. And the book was titled The Inner Game of Tennis. And guys like Steph Curry and Steve Kerr have been big proponents of it, as this one has popped up and out of play. And ultimately, the inner game of tennis, Townsend said it changed his life. And the message inside is about turning off self-one and letting self-two perform, and not necessarily focusing on results. It sounds like a deep book, KP.
Sounds like one we probably shouldn't read.
I mean, knowing the way that I've seen you at different times behave, the idea that we're going to stop at person 1 and person 2, there's so many more people.
I get to like 8 or 9 most days.
Yeah, McGarry's there with just 3 stolen bases on the season. And it's quite clear that Townsend is at least thinking about him.
It's a good lead, though. I mean, when you get a lead that allows you to dive back fairly comfortably, but also is far enough that you're getting the attention of the guy on the mound, that's a solid lead.
2-2 coming. He's going. Throw down was double clutch. Did he get him on the leg? Ooh. That's how most major league catchers and infielders like to throw it, towards the first base side of the bag so you can get the leg on the way by. And it looked like Pano may have done it.
Yeah, but he immediately looked toward the dugout. Pano did after this. I'm with you. I first glance.
Oh, he's out by a lot.
Pano looked at the bench and made the safe call. Like, don't challenge it. He was out.
Yeah, it appeared to be by a lot, and now it's first and second after ball 4 to Briggs. So a missed opportunity, and perhaps early in the game they don't want to use a challenge. That's 2 walks early in this game from Townsend.
I mean, unless I'm missing something here, it looks like ball, tag, hand is definitely not there yet.
No,
yeah, I mean, he is out.
Not close.
Wow. And if you're sitting in the dugout, you're relying on your second baseman and your shortstop to tell you in that spot. And Pano looked at the bench and made the safe action. Like, don't challenge it.
So Mangrum is out there, and right now the inner game of tennis is struggling a little bit. We got 1 out in the second. Again, if Arizona State can win this one, they will force a Game 7 tomorrow against Ole Miss. The winner goes to the Supers. Cerritos is the shortstop. He bats out of the 9-hole, and he's been hitting the ball well the last couple of days, too. Got a runner out there at second in McGarry. Briggs at first.
Watch this, Rev. So, I mean, we saw the outcome. See points, but then right after that, he looks at the bench, and as he walked over, made the safe move like, no, he's okay. Oh, he said, I don't know.
Yeah, again, I think maybe because it's early and he gave you the I don't know, but his first reaction was the tell.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're in the 9th and if it's an I don't know, then you probably take a chance. I'm with you. You don't do it in the second, but it's just surprising that Pano didn't know that he was out.
Right.
Or that Decker doesn't see it and immediately says challenge it. We'll see if it makes a difference, but at this point, you'd have a base runner raced on second base.
All right, as a pitcher, what are you seeing from Townsend that he's not in complete command of where it's going?
Yeah, you always get worried if the misses are in different places. If the misses are in one place, and sometimes it's an easy solve. If the misses are in different places, then you got to get back to one that you're comfortable throwing. For Townsend, and maybe the cutter. The cutter is a fairly easy pitch to control. You just got to find one that you count on and then grow off of that.
3-1, big pitch, and he lost him too. Wow, back-to-back walks, 3 in the game. And the home run hitter, Toigo, coming up. Hardly the start that Mike Bianco and Joel Mangrum thought they would be getting out of that guy right there.
This feels like a really big spot for Arizona State. You got bases loaded, 1 out. Dean Toigo, who has been pushed into the leadoff spot. Something he's never had to do, but well, this is what he did in his first at bat in the leadoff spot. Let it off with a home run to left on a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Now he walks up, bases loaded, 1 out.
And he rips one to right. Did Toigo do it again? Off the glove of Bissetta. This may clear him. 1 run comes in, and McGarry. Briggs follows him. And following him in is, oh boy, off the glove. So a 2-run single. And it's 3-0. Dean Toigo delivers again.
Mutsaritas on first base went all the way back. It feels like one you got to go at least halfway. Maybe you're going to tag on that and try to go to second, but Toigo's seen it pretty well. That was a cutter. It was coming back into him. I think he thought it had a chance to go because everything. Go! Now he's directing traffic. Get out of here. Go the other way. Pizzetta was there in time. I mean, it was clearly in his glove, a spot he could catch it, but quick start for A-State.
Very quick start. Big swing there from Contradas, who was looking to go yard himself. How about Dean Toigo? Earlier today and now tonight in the place of Hairston, a homer and a double. And a frustrated right fielder in Tristan Pizzetta. Yeah, I was shocked that Mutsaritas was sitting there at second base. Yeah, almost as shocked as Toigo was when he saw him standing at first base.
They better slow Mutsaritas down out of second base because he took 3 hops right there and Townsend didn't spin and throw. If he does that again, he's going to take off. Mutsaritas 10 stolen bases on the year for the Devils.
And it caught the attention of Ole Miss. 3-0 Arizona State. They scored 17 and then 11 in their last 2 games and off to a phenomenal start against Townsend in a game they have to win. 1-2 to Contradas. Tough guy to strike out. Stays alive. Been a bumpy journey for Contradas. When he's on the field, he's great. They win. But there was a back injury. There was a hand injury that cost him the 25 postseason. He is healthy, and you can see how good he is when he's healthy. That misses down. 2-2. They are forcing Townsend to throw pitches. We are nearing 50 here in the second inning.
It's been an impressive offensive approach from Arizona State and patient, just allowing those breaking balls to fall out of the zone.
Oh boy, he fooled him badly. Now that you don't see very often.
No, the combination of the 3, the cutter, the slider, and the curveball. Velocities are different, but the movements are so very different too. And there just aren't too many humans that are going to hit that. I mean, if you get that one in your back pocket, Contradas is on some kind of heater, and that one, there's most hitters are going to look like he just did right there.
There's the one that his third baseman said drops from the heavens. Longo is a kid that they thought was going to really step in and shine, and it seems like here lately he is doing just that, but it has been a rough road early on. He swings and misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Most of the portals were hits, and this guy is a freakish athlete.
It's starting to click.
Yeah.
5 hits. He hit a monster bomb earlier today.
On the ground in the hole, fielded, flips to second. Wow, did Owen Pano make that look pretty easy, and it wasn't.
Devils get a few more, though. 2 runs in the inning, but Owen Pano, athletic shortstop, man, just a sophomore. This one stops the Sun Devil rally, but they're up 3-0.
It's a party that starts on the 12th of June. The defending champs will not be there. Vanderbilt won't be there. There's a chance Georgia and North Carolina both will be there. They are 2 of the teams that have punched their ticket into the Super Regionals. Back here with Kyle Peterson and Carl Ravitch. If Ole Miss is able to win this game, they too will punch. The perennial powers, the Dogs. Wes Johnson has that team pitching and hitting well, and Carolina is terrific, especially on the mound.
Mississippi State is ahead. If they close that one out, State would move on to a super. In fact, it'd be a State-Georgia super in Athens.
That's an appealing one. 2-0 to Federico. And that's a good one by Linder. Didn't want to fall behind 3-0. And the Georgia team will look different in game 1 of the Supers without Trey Phelps. I saw a post on X from Aaron Fitt, D1 Baseball, talking about where he was located in the stands. And this one is trouble if Linder can't get there, and forget it, because Smaldino had to go off his glove. So Federico is aboard.
Yeah, finish that thought, because I thought it was interesting.
Aaron Fitt was sitting in the stands there, right next to Trey Phelps' dad, who was right behind the bench. And when Phelps hit the homer against Liberty, he motioned to his dad. It could have certainly been something that was in conjunction with motioning at the bench. It appeared as if the move was to, I don't know, excite the bench, kind of get underneath their skin a little bit, and as a result, he got thrown out for excessive celebration. Fitt's point was the dad was right there, and maybe he was talking to him. So Federico aboard. Here's Payno. Great defensive play to end that half. Did you see this celebration?
Yeah, excuse me, I saw the video, and I can understand how, if you don't know that part, how it could be interpreted that it was towards the bench. If the parents were there and it was towards them,
changes the story, right?
It changes the story, but if you're an umpire, I mean, they don't come out and tell you before the game, hey, my parents are sitting right over there. So if I do something towards the dugout, it's actually towards them. I mean, I can understand a reaction.
Inside to Payno. And after, by the way, he got past first base, there was a continued celebration. He said something to the first baseman, kind of waved goodbye to him. Phelps is that type of player. He plays with more enthusiasm and generally a smile as anybody does. And a real important piece to the Bulldog offense.
Well, fortunate for Georgia, they got about 7 other guys that can hit it into the trees. So, but Phelps a huge part of it.
3 balls and a strike to Payno with Federico at first base. And how has Hayden Federico been? He is now 7 for 12 in the regional. And at one point between games 1 and 2, had hitting 5 straight at bats. Then he took like 1 at bat off and starting to hit again.
This is my Payno's my pick to click next year. As far as the kid that makes a huge, he is really smooth at shortstop, and he's big, 6'3". Reminds you from a size standpoint, not offensive yet, but size standpoint, reminds you a little bit of Jacob Gonzalez.
I thought you were going to give me a Corey Seager comp.
There's some of that in there, yeah.
Ole Miss finds themselves down in this game 3-0, and now the tying run will come to the plate after the single and the walk.
Cool moment this week for Jacob Gonzalez. Called up the big leagues for the first time.
To an ever-improving Chicago White Sox team, and he's going to figure in the improvement and future of the White Sox.
At 17 home runs his first 2.5 years in the major league. So the year he got drafted, the 2 following, he had 18 this year when he got called up. I don't know if he's still playing short. He was a shortstop at Ole Miss, but regardless, the bat obviously has come around.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy, the flip in Chicago.
It's real.
That's a pretty good White Sox club right now.
And boy, I mean, how much criticism was levied at the front office?
A lot.
I mean, a ton.
Yeah.
You're in that position, though, of putting the team together, coaching like Bianco does. You realize there's going to be a ton of criticism that goes with that position. Here is the catcher, Austin Foley. 2 ducks out there, and Federico and Payno. It's a 3-0 ASU lead. Ball 1 inside to Foley, who's got that big leg kick. When he gets it down and gets into it, it will go. He's got 13 home runs on the season. Whoa, that one sounded like it got somebody. It got off maybe the helmet of Foley, and then it got our home plate umpire. So a hit by pitch to Lodum, and that absolutely clipped Josh Shepis as well.
You definitely heard 2 sounds, and by the reaction of Josh Shepis, it clearly got him. Off the bill of the helmet. It may have got his arm. on the backside. I mean, good Lord.
Gosh.
Foley didn't even hardly react, so that must not have, thankfully, got any piece of his forehead, but it got plenty of Josh Shepis, and I think it was in that bare arm that was hanging down.
The amazing part of baseball players, that guy had a baseball thrown at 90+ miles an hour go off of the brim of his helmet, and he's sitting there at first like
he just
nothing
trotted
happened.
down there.
Yeah, nothing happened.
Yeah.
For those that don't play the sport, that is the most difficult part of the game to understand. How these kids, how those guys do that. They are loaded right now for Randall, who has come up with big hits. He had the walk-off winner in the 14-inning game against ASU.
Corners in right here, middle back defensively.
It stays close enough to Briggs to keep Federico at third.
This feels like one for me. If you're Arizona State and you're going to win this game, you're going to have to score 8 or 9 runs. I think Ole Miss is going to bounce, is going to jump out pretty quick here offensively.
Two and one.
And they may get some help on the mound.
I think it's something ASU knew was a possibility. They were going to need to score, and they're a little thin on the arms. But now we're in danger of walking in a run. That one sailed high, 3-1. ASU was forced to use Taylor Penn in the first game today they played. That was a big one for him. 3-1 to Randall. Swung on into right field. It's going to get down. Federico is going to score. And they're going station to station. Single for a red-hot Randall. It's 3-1.
He may have swung at a ball right there, but you'll take that outcome every day. Randall's starting to feel pretty good. 4th hit already in this regional. Watch location. 92 miles an hour. Looked like it was probably up, but regardless, sitting on that fastball, got that fastball. Ole Miss 1 in, bases loaded, nobody out, and that'll get Jeremy Accardo, the pitching coach for Arizona State, to come out of that dugout, head out to the mound for the first time.
So he'll begin a conversation. You can look at Randall's numbers. He's now 3 for 8 with a couple of RBIs. He can throw some numbers out, like a sub-150 average with the bases loaded. And there he goes, taking a high fastball into right field for a hit.
This is not an offense that you want to attack when you're throwing 70% fastballs and they're in the low 90s.
Right.
They are going to get you at some point. He's going to have to, well, if you got to throw strikes to start, but he's going to have to spin it.
Well, in the world of it's your turn, here's Topher Jones, who is penciled into the starting lineup as the 9 hitter. He swings big at the first one. Got some distractions here in Lincoln tonight. We had a big train horn, and now we got some emergency vehicle sirens going by. Jones swings, and it's 0-2.
I mean, it's a fastball that does have very good carry, and that's why he throws so many of them. You see both those swings in this at bat by Topher Jones are underneath the fastball.
The left fielder tonight for Ole Miss. Tipped into the mitt. Really good job by Linder, who needed one there, and he gets the strikeout on 3 swings from Jones.
That's a big comeback right there. I'm going to get a 9-hole hitter up and just attacked the strike zone. And that's the key right now for Linder, especially with the bases loaded. 3 straight fastballs, 3 straight swings and misses by Topher Jones. Linder's not a big ground ball guy, but you are a ground ball away from getting out of this.
Here is Decker, the leadoff hitter. He swings and sends one to left field. Back to third goes Pano. This one's at the track. It's caught there. Pano will tag. He'll come in. And it's a 1-run game on a Decker sacrifice fly and an RBI, his 50th of the season.
This is the one you want to be careful with.
This being Judd Udemark, the two-hole hitter. He too sitting on 49 RBIs. Decker now is at 50. Udemark is the power hitter on this team with 2 aboard. He held his swing. It's 1-0. People saying for the first time he's been using that pink bat. Jokes that it may have some magical powers in it since 2025. And the numbers were not big his first couple years. They've exploded. 2-0.
All right, so 2 straight breaking balls, both out of the zone. And you got to think right now, if you're Udemark, you are selling out on a 2-0 fastball if you get one.
Like that.
Yeah, I think he just swung at ball 3, but yeah.
2 home runs as a freshman, 5 as a sophomore. 22 last year, and 21 more this year. That may have been the same location, KP, as the one he swung at. It's 3-1. Gotta be careful here. 3-1. Oh, he challenged him and he swung right through it. That was one to hit.
Yeah, and just a tick late on it too. Credit Linder. 3-1. Got to throw a fastball, threw it right down the middle, got away with it.
I think it's his best pitch right now. Does he go right back to it? He did, but he missed off to load the bases. Alex Overbay, who was out in the bullpen warming up, the son of the longtime Major League first baseman Lyle Overbay. And I know it sounds repetitive, but another guy you got to be careful with. Inside to Furness. .250 hitter against right-handed pitchers. 6 for 10 with the bases loaded. One ball, one strike. KP, it feels like it's just a steady diet of fastballs.
I mean, he throws over 70% fastballs, and he just, if he can control the slider, he's got a real chance. If he can't throw the spin over, they're going to get him at some point. Alex Overbay up and warming, the right-hander in that Arizona State bullpen right now, and you feel like if this hitter reaches, it may be a spot that Willie Bloomquist points down there.
2-1 on the way. Big swing there. Head came out, and it's 2-2. So tempting with a fastball pitcher to lay back and let one rip, especially with the bases loaded. And in this regional, we've had a handful of grand slams. The 2-2. Up and out of play.
It's the carry on the fastball that's allowing him to get away with it, because I mean, those last 2 are catching a ton of the plate. You see Furness that time catching the very bottom of the ball.
220 hitter with 2 strikes on him. Furness has the bases loaded. And a slow one to first stays fair for him. Furness suggesting it may have hit his foot, or he hurt himself there because he's limping on the way to first. The umpire says no, Furness is retired. We will leave him loaded, but Ole Miss gets 2 runs. Didn't hit him.
We got cameras. Will, we got cameras.
Mike Bianco joins us next. Kyle Peterson, Carl Ravitch, kind enough for The head coach of the Ole Miss Rebels, Mike Bianco, to join us. All right, Coach, so it felt like the edge was going to be on your side with the starting pitching. What have you seen from K. Townsend so far?
Yeah, you know, obviously not a great start for him, and I think really more is, you know, not attacking the zone as much. I mean, when you just look at the sheer numbers, I mean, I think 3 walks through 2 innings. You know, sometimes it'll take him 2 games to get 3 walks.
Right.
And so, you know, he's got to attack the zone, you know, more. He's got to get ahead, you know, against his good offense, or it's tough to get him out.
Mike, we talk about the home runs you guys hit, and there's a bunch of them, but Hayden Federico has been a huge part of your offense for the last 3 days and really the whole season. How does he complete this offense?
Well, you know, Kyle, we were talking about it, you know, this morning, you and I. You know, we do have some swing and miss, you know, on our team, to say the least, but he's a different component to the offense. He's a guy that really can grind out some ABs. He makes it really hard. He runs well, uses all fields. He's a switch hitter. So, you know, there's no doubt when he started getting hot about conference play, you know, our offense started to pick up.
And as you would know, son of a baseball coach, those guys get a hedge, and that helps. Thanks very much, Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
All right, guys, appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Count is 1-1 to Dominic Smaldino, who walked his first time up. He's had a big day. Remember, this team played already today. Had to get a win. They did. And he had a couple of homers. Check swing there. So as a pitcher, when you hear a coach say that, or a manager, yeah, you know, we got to get him to work in the zone. And you as a pitcher might be a little reluctant to go in the zone. How do you balance that?
Well, I think sometimes you got to remind him how good his stuff is.
Okay.
I mean, that's part of it. This is big league stuff. But the reality is if it's close enough to offer, they're going to swing. And if you show them you have the ability to land the off-speed stuff, then they have to be more aggressive. He hasn't forced Arizona State to be aggressive early in the count yet.
2-2. See, and he goes back now to a ball that doesn't come close. The misses have been fairly large.
Yeah, I mean, you can see early. You can see why the pro side is so high on him. Because it's mid-90s, 3 world breakup balls. The curveball and the slider are phenomenal. He's just got to throw more strikes today.
There you go. He got that swing and a miss from Smaldino on a good 89-mile-an-hour pitch down below the knees.
Yeah, it's a good cutter right there. And it doesn't have a ton of movement, but it's got enough. And obviously, it's moving a different direction than the fastball does. But this is, for me, the cutter is easier to throw for a called strike than the other two. And if he's having trouble finding the zone, I'd maybe think cutter early just to try to steal some strikes.
Here's Rolig, and that is strike 1. He throws a lot of different pitches, KP, and there have been discussions among pitching coaches, et cetera, that sometimes we're throwing too many pitches. And he's in such a unique spot as this one is fouled. When you have every guy on the infield and a pitching coach and a catcher all suggest that I think his best pitch is the cutter. Oh, I think it's the curveball. I love the two-seamer. Have you seen his slider?
That's when you keep them all. And there's a difference for him in shape and velocity between the 3 breaking balls, and that's the key. Yep.
That is number 5, and perhaps Townsend settling in a little bit.
For me, I don't mind if you have a bunch of pitches as long as there's some differentiation. If they start to mold into one, then it's different.
Right.
You're not going to bag this one. I can promise you that. That is a hammer slider right there to finish off Rolig. 2 strikeouts in a row here to start the 3rd. 5 in the game for K. Townsend.
Polk swings and misses. They got him 2 runs. He's trying to get his offense right back to the batter's box. Polk is one of the few holdovers as he looks at one that's down. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wasn't down that much. It just was boxed by Foley behind the dish.
Yeah, Foley just a little quick trying to bring that thing back up.
How to play. The 1-2, and that is strike 3. That's the inning they've been waiting for Townsend. He gets it in the third with the old good morning, afternoon, and evening. A strikeout of Smaldino and Rolig and Polk. Count goes to a half dozen. We will join the head man, Willie Bloomquist of the Sun Devils, after this. Gorgeous night here in Lincoln, Nebraska. This is the Lincoln Regional, married up with the Auburn Regional. And game 6 here, featuring 2 powerhouse teams. And a good game so far, 3-2 as we go bottom 3. Kyle Peterson, Carl Ravitch, and Willie Bloomquist, you see him there. Long-time Major League Baseball player who's seen just about everything. And today he saw his star player get ejected, meaning he's not available tonight. What are the challenges in replacing him?
Well, obviously he's a Golden Spikes finalist, so that stings a little bit when you lose that type of player. And you know, it was unfortunate. It really was. I've known Landon. Obviously, I've coached him all year and all year last year. I know what he was doing. He was frustrated, you know, and kind of he does that bat flip. That one went a little excessive. He was probably more upset with himself than he was at the call, if I know Landon. But obviously, the perception of it didn't look great. Man, I mean, we're in a regional here where everyone's competing at the highest level. I would have liked to have seen a warning there rather than taking one of the best players in the country out of the opportunity like this. But, you know, is what it is. We got to move forward and replace him the best we can.
So, Willie, part of that is facing Kate Townsend today, and it's really good stuff. From your standpoint, offensive approach when you have a guy that shows you a couple different real breaking balls and is up to 96, 97.
Yeah, you just got to try and take away the breaking ball, and we haven't done done okay, I guess, so far. But you really got to try to see that spin up. Right now, there's some shadows, so it's a little tough for our guys to pick up. But the biggest thing is we can see spin and eliminate the one below the knees and try to get him up in the zone. We'll have more success, hopefully.
Willie, good luck. Thanks very much.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you very much. Yeah, the shadows, that's a good point. You can see the sun there, and Becerra launches this one to center field. That sends Longo back, and that one is long gone. Becerra has tied it with his 22nd of the year. A blast over the wall in center. The shadows didn't bother the big fella there.
No. Yeah, the boys in blue, they start running into fastballs, they're going to go a long ways. Becerra, this is 92 coming in, 104 going out to dead center, and it was a ball. It was up and out of the zone, but that one, second time around, Becerra had timed up. Struck out his first at bat on a fastball. That time hammered one out to center to tie it up.
And then the man you just asked Bianco about, Federico, is up. Ooh, he was swinging for the fences as well. May have got a little piece of Briggs as well. The 22nd homer means the 60th RBI for Becerra. And he's got 2 hits in the tournament, and both have been home runs. And getting to the finish line is going to be the challenge for Arizona State.
Yeah, out of the mound.
Yeah, we talked about it during the game today, having to use one of their high leverage guys. Kind of stung. And it wasn't just a question of 10 or 12 pitches. I think it was in the 40s for Taylor Penn.
Well, and then they had to use their closer at the end. I mean, so 2 of it. Now you can probably bring him back. Overbay was up and Warman. Fitzpatrick's got really good stuff, but he's been a real short inning reliever when he comes in.
3-1. Ball 4.
He didn't get cheated. Does not get cheated, and that is for sure. 22nd of the year for Becerra, who is always picking a time to get his hits. He only has 2 hits so far in the regional, but both of them ended up kind of like this. One way out to right. This one out in the trees in dead center. Willie Bloomquist out. Colin Linder out as well, and the Devils will go to the pen.
The door is open. It looks like Overbay is coming in. Linder will leave in a tie game. He's got a runner at first. This is the Lincoln Regional, and a chance for Ole Miss to move to the Supers. We are back, and on the mound, the junior Alex Overbay, number 15. He will step on the mound for Willie Bloomquist in a big spot here, obviously, in a must-win game for them. That's kind of trust and motivation you want from your head coach. Here you go. Your game. Let's do it.
This one's yours, big boy.
And I trust you, most importantly.
He's got real stuff, man. I mean, it's a mid to upper 90s fastball. Does give up a fair amount of hits, which is a little bit confusing given velocity. 24 walks and 38 2/3.
His ERA against lefties is 3.12. It's 8.86 against righties. And the first one from the son of the former major leaguer Lyle Overbay misses away. We've had some impressive pedigree on the field today. You had Mac Moyer, son of Jamie Moyer, and here you go with another guy whose dad played for a long time and played really, really well. Here you go, 1 ball, 1 strike. That's a major league body, I can tell you that.
You got Jamie Moyer's kids as center fielder and Lyle Overbay's kids on the mound.
I was just going to ask you that. It is kind of interesting. You shy away from not the sport, but maybe the thing that your dad did. Lyle Overbay could flat out hit.
Yes, he could.
He could flat out hit. 1-2, runner goes. That one's in the dirt. That bag is going to be stolen, and without even knowing it, got away from the catcher Briggs. Head first slide from Federico. He's one of the bigger baseball stealing threats that they have on this team. So he's at second. That would be the go-ahead run. There's nobody out here in the third. And it's a 2-2 count to Pano, who walked his first time up and scored. And this one is down the line in left, tailing away, and it's off the fence. I'll tell you one thing, having not been here, this feels like a ballpark that just watching, the ball carries pretty well here.
It sure seems to. I mean, I'll tell you this, if you show up here in March, late March, you may think a little bit differently.
Yeah, sure.
Because the ballpark doesn't play like this, but it is especially right center, left center. It is played pretty small this weekend.
He got him there. Good pitch. Pano retired.
A good slider right there and a good spot for it. Big spot for a strikeout right there, too, because that's the first out of the inning. Slider that Pano swung right over the top of.
Foley skies one out of play. Foley's out of West Palm Beach, Florida. He was a Kentucky Wildcat 2024. And they had Devin Burks there, so that wasn't going to work. 18 at bats. He had 222 with 2 homers and looked for some playing time and found it. Kentucky having themselves a postseason.
Yeah, they had a rough ending today.
They gave up some runs late and lost.
Look, I'm trying to find the final. They were in control, but
they hit a nice
West Virginia now up 11-9 in the ninth. Really is the winner of that regional host a super, whoever it is.
Georgia and North Carolina, for those of you interested in some of the teams that are going to be playing in the supers that could end up in Omaha, they've already punched tickets. Federico with a big lead, and that next one from Overbay is off, and the count moves to 3-1.
Yeah, Kentucky had a 9-6 lead in the ninth. 5-run top half. West Virginia took the lead. They just closed it out. So game 7, the decider, will be tomorrow in Morgantown.
F right there indicates it's a final, 11-9. Morgantown, really pretty ballpark. Auburn now up on UCF 6-3. And for those who'd like to see the action in all of those games, don't forget Squeeze Play on ESPN+. That's down. That's going to be a walk. First one for Overbay.
We talked about it last night with Nebraska staff, and it really is the same way tonight for A-State. Like if you're going to have a chance to beat Ole Miss tonight, there cannot be free passes, because they're going to get you at some point. But if they're going to get you, you'd rather that happens with nobody on base. So far, we're on the third inning. That's the fourth free pass.
Man who walked it off in the marathon against ASU. Here is Randall. He singled his first time up. Really good speed out there at second, and Overbay lands the first one. Another example of, you know, great pitcher, Roger Clemens. And Cody doesn't play. He's not a pitcher.
Yeah. Well, both of Roger's sons that played college baseball were hitters.
It's quite clear that your son Teddy had no interest in pitching.
No.
1-1 laced but foul. Two-strike pitch, that's down. Gets away. Federico is caught now, and he is diving back, and he'll make it.
Gotta get rid of it, man. Gotta get rid of it. Federico kind of was in no man's land right away, and the longer Briggs held that, he inched his way back to second base, was then close enough he could dive back in. I mean, watch, it's a break, and now he's done. It's probably a step or two earlier, and they got a chance to get him.
How many times you think, at least where I was, they used to call it pickle, that Federico just enjoyed getting in the middle of a rundown and getting out of it?
Yeah, he's probably the guy you want on your team.
Yeah.
If you're playing that.
2-2 to a red-hot Randall. And he hits one in the left. Federico had a freeze, and he's going to be sent. Here's the throw, and he is out. Right away, he looks to his team and says, you got to challenge that. I think my left hand got in. But they challenged McGarry, and it was close.
The ball beat him, but I thought the left hand just snuck in there before the tag.
Ole Miss is challenging the call safe. The play is under further review.
An aggressive send.
It was a late send, too. Did you see that?
Oh, I did, yeah.
Mike Clement down there wasn't quite sure. He waited, then he sent him, and you said it, too. Federico froze on that, which you got to do on a line drive. It's a left hand to watch right here. He's out. No.
Oh, boy.
I think I'm going to contradict myself. I thought he had him tagged the first time. I think the left hand just got in there. May take a different look. You just got to see. The left hand definitely hits the front of home plate there. I think he's safe by a frame. Now, is that enough? I don't know. What do you got, ref?
I need another look. It's the key is when the glove hits the jersey. And is it there yet? Like, does he get him there? Because he hasn't hit home.
I don't think he has him yet. I didn't.
He still hadn't. Now he's at home. Is the glove on him?
Keep going.
He doesn't have him yet. He doesn't have the base yet. Now he has the base.
I think he's safe,
I think he might be safe.
I think he's safe.
They're looking at the big screen here where everybody's playing umpire. It's a heck of an effort by Federico. If it's going to be overturned, they grab the lead. Really good throw by McGarry as well. And Briggs waited as long as he could.
I got him safe. Teddy just texted me and said to be nicer to him. Actually, he's throwing a bullpen right now because he heard what you just said.
The best part of all that is Federico is clearly eating some dirt right there, and yet he was able to get up and say, I know I was safe. KP, where are we going right now to see the...
Let's head to Pittsburgh.
That's right.
Straight to Pittsburgh. Lots of monitors.
That is where the replays are reviewed. And there you have it. You can see all the monitors focused on our game and the other games that are going on. It's taken a little bit, so this one is certainly under heavy consideration. Throw beat him.
Ball definitely beat him, but I think that left hand beats attack.
It looks more and more there like it did. It also speaks to just how good Randall has been here recently, KP, since that 14-inning game when he delivered the game winner. Feels like he's been hard to retire. 5 for 10 in the tourney. Well, I just heard a...
I believe I heard
a stance.
Yeah, I think that's what I heard too.
After review, the call on the field stands. The runner's out. One remaining.
I respect the process. I don't agree with that. I don't think it affected the route, but Mike Clement, it did not affect. I don't think he slowed down at all. So the late send didn't affect it. I mean, listen, you can't argue it. They go through the process. You can't argue it from an Ole Miss standpoint, but I saw that differently.
Not enough to overturn. So Randall will be at first. Obviously Federico out. And now Jones, who struck out on 3 straight swings his first time up, looks at a fastball. I should say a breaking pitch. It's 0-1.
Hey, man, and I mean, credit Kai McGarry. He made a heck of a throw.
Yeah.
It was a heck of a throw. It was not an easy tag for Briggs.
Kai McGarry again in left field. There's no Landon Hairston. Second great throw a left fielder's made in this tournament. Jet Buck did it the other night for Nebraska. And now McGarry delivers. Can Topher Jones deliver? That's one of those things that Federico will think about long into the night and look at 1 trillion times.
Good one there.
Jones gone again, the 9-hole hitter, victimized by a strikeout. That is 0 for 2, 2 punch-outs out of the 9 spot.
That's good work by Overbay. Get out of that. It looked like there could have been some more damage by Ole Miss. They get one and tie it, but a punch-out gets the Devils off the field.
Smash to left field. Forget about it. Contreras is second of the night. Randall on the ground, fielded, fired home, and out at home. What a play! Randall, that's the game. He wins it. A 1:16 a.m. walk-off. That was a game the other night that lasted forever, and Randall was the hero. Interesting, Federico thrown out at home on a close one by Contreras at second base. He made a phenomenal play. And as a result, they got the leg up on the Arizona State Sun Devils. The 3 seed here, Ole Miss the 2 seed, the 1 is gone already. And yeah, you can start to look ahead. Milwaukee and the Auburn UCF winner will be what the super is. There's a real good chance if Auburn gets beaten here, KP, that one of these two is going to host, right? If Auburn loses.
Yeah, it would depend on UCF. I think
Higher
if Ole Miss wins and Auburn doesn't, then Ole Miss would host the Super.
Okay.
If Milwaukee wins, whoever wins this will host.
Furness has given it a chase. Oh,
he was there too. There's a fair amount of warning track here, and that's one of those plays at home he probably makes because you know the surroundings a lot better. You go on the road and just
I'm on
not
dirt.
quite sure how much.
I'm on dirt. When am I running out of it?
You're also on the wrong side of the field for anybody to help you. There's nobody yelling out of the dugout there.
Townsend has gotten ahead here, and obviously coming off an inning in which he struck out Smaldino, Rolig, and Polk. That 2-strike pitch, non-competitive so far. He gets 7, 8, 9 in this inning, so it's McGarry, Briggs, and Mutsouridis. And that's going to be past the shortstop, Pano. So ahead 1 and 2, waste pitch and a single by McGarry, who's 2 for 2 playing in the place of Hairston.
Well, you heard Willie Blomqvist when we talked to him said we got to push the breaking ball up. That's the one that they're looking for right there, is that the miss with the breaking ball, thrown in the spot that Townsend doesn't want to. When he does it, that's when you got to make him pay, and McGarry does it right there. Kai McGarry getting a start, now 2 for 2, and he scored a base and stole a base.
Yeah, Furness probably thinking a little bit about that ball that he had a chance to go and get. They didn't make the play. Sword for Brody Briggs. Gary off first. He's the one that now has more hits than Hairston did in the region. Again, McGarry out there with 3 stolen bases. I'm not sure. I mean, you tell me if Townsend's comfortable with a runner at first. He's thrown over a number of times anytime someone's been over there.
Yeah, with McGarry, too, you got to remember, I mean, coming into this game, he had 32 at bats, so he hadn't been out there a whole lot. He already stole a bag today, so I don't think he's comfortable when McGarry is over there for sure.
Oh, 2, good look at the lead, and he goes back over to first. Cade Townsend, who had opportunities to play in a variety of leagues, opted to just hang out with his pitching coach to work on pitches like that. And the curveball lands for strike 3. Briggs gone. And punch out number 7 for Cade Townsend.
Yeah, that's one where if you can execute that, you're gonna win. That's outside black that ends up right at the knees by the time it gets there. You just give up on it the entire time. That's well executed right there.
One out, one on. Mutsouridis, the shortstop, reached on a walk.
McGarry's doing a great job over there, man. I mean, he's drawn a ton of throws, but none of them have been particularly close as far as picking him off.
One challenge left for Ole Miss. And remember, you and I were talking about the attempted steal where Pano appeared to get a glove on the base stealer. They didn't go. Here he goes again. There's a throw. It's well short. And McGarry steals the bag.
And the other thing, too, with Townsend out there, you know there's a pretty high probability you're going to get a breaking ball. So it's going to take just a little bit more time for that ball to get to home plate. McGarry, now 2 stolen bases in 2 attempts today. He looks really comfortable when he gets on first.
P.J. Mutsaritas, the shortstop, with an opportunity to put him up. That ball gets away, and there goes McGarry now to third base. Now, nobody takes more pride in the backstop work than Mike Bianco does of his catchers.
And that's one that Foley is going to tell you should probably be on him. It was in the dirt, but it was one that he's going to pick probably 9 out of 10 times, but just off the side of that glove bounces away. So stolen base. Now wild pitch. McGarry 90 feet away.
Mutsaritas slowly hit. They got a chance at third base. They'll run him back. And McGarry now goes home. He throws it, and he is safe. Said he got his hand in. Very similar to the Federico play, but McGarry went with his right hand. I don't think so. You can read the lips of Foley. Will they use the review? Bianco may be questioning out of the baseline. And right away says, yes, we want to look at it, which if they fail will be the end of their reviews.
The ruling on the field is a runner is safe. Ole Miss is challenging the call.
I didn't think Foley was that demonstrative afterwards.
He said, I don't think so.
I mean, for me, is usually the telltale sign is whoever's right there, if they're saying absolutely challenge. Oh my. Look at the old school swim move right there.
Question is, did he even tag him at all?
Well, that's my point. Here's the left arm and here it isn't. Watch how good this is. Watch the left arm that starts and now watch it disappear. And he went for the arm. I think he may have whiffed on the tag. This is such a good slide. It may have been unintentional. His left arm may have stuck in the dirt. But regardless, watch it just disappear. And Foley went for the tag, and there was nothing to tag. I've already been wrong once today, so maybe I'm wrong again. But from that angle, you can't overturn it. That was a really good slide. Really good slide.
And he, in fact, missed home the first time. That's why he went back, KP. I don't think his right hand actually hits home the first time.
Does he clip his helmet? Because if there's any tag made at this point, he's out. I don't know that I ever saw contact.
Shepis had a great angle on it. Is he getting all air there? And watch Shepis point to home to indicate he hasn't touched home yet. And then when he goes back, he will point to say now he did.
I don't know that the home plate umpire has to point at home and tell him he didn't touch it, but...
No, after, when he does touch it.
Okay.
Because he hasn't got it there yet.
He may have clipped a piece of it right there. That is a big-time slide because, I mean, he was dead to rights the minute that started. And initially it was played very well by Townsend. You run at the base runner, ideally you want to run him back to third, don't run him to home. But
watch Shepis, hasn't made a call yet. Now he does. And he said maybe you got the edge of it. Here we go.
After review, the call on the field has been overturned. The runner is out.
Wow.
Ole Miss has one remaining.
I absolutely stink at this tonight.
Wow.
I never saw contact on a tag. But
I'm with you.
That's why I'm not
I didn't see it either.
Well, that changes the game a little bit.
Both those calls change the game. It allows them to retain a challenge. The same way that ABS impacted the SEC tournament. Here we go with replay review impacting this game. On the ground, and look at where Decker is playing. He comes up with it. Safe. He's playing so deep If you don't make that clean play,
Yes.
you bring an infield single into play or an error.
That becomes the issue, right? I mean, you can cover more space because you've got more time until the ball gets to you, but ultimately if you don't field it cleanly, the throw is just that much longer. I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just not.
It was a great swim move. It was a great swim move.
Great swim move.
You're right about that.
Yeah.
Now here we go again with new Contradas. First and third.
Joel Mangrum out right now, the pitching coach. Probably a good time. There's been a lot going on this inning. The one thing that hasn't happened is Arizona State hadn't scored a run.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I'd say for the first 3 2/3, there's been a ton of things going on in this game, including the second mound meeting. We've had instant replay reviews at home that have taken a while, and Kyle questioning his own ability to look at video and think that, am I seeing what I'm seeing?
yes.
I was with you. I would have been 0 for 2 on that. I thought Federico was safe. And I also thought that Gary was safe. In any event, Contrada struck out his first time up. He's been the hottest hitter in this regional. He's got 4 homers under his belt. 3-3 game, 2 on, and a 1-0 count to a very dangerous hitter. 2-0. Longo on deck. We discussed this during the day game. All right, now that you know that there's no Hairston, do you even throw a pitch to Contradas, given how hot he was?
Yeah, I mean, Longo's heating up. Obviously, it's the very top of that order that can do a lot of damage. Be at the bottom is where they've scored their runs tonight.
Yep. 3-0 gets away. Here's the run from third, and that's now the lead. Mutsouridis touches home on another one that couldn't be blocked by Foley. It's 4-3 in favor of Arizona State.
Yeah, he's been really good back there this year. And this is not an easy one. The breaking ball in the dirt when it's that far out in front of home plate is definitely not easy. But watch the top half when Foley goes to block it. He's trying to get around it, just doesn't quite get there, and that's the one that goes off the side of the chest protector, shoots the other way, and a good break by Mutsouridis to give the Devils the lead back.
You mentioned a couple of rough outings for Townsend. This is certainly another one here, having given up 4. The wild pitches cost you. The base running of Arizona State a factor in this game. And a real dangerous count to a good hitter. 3 balls, 1 strike. Three and 2. Townsend ready, and he lost him with a walk.
And they're pushing that pitch count up there too at 83 right now. There's nobody aggressively heating up in that Ole Miss bullpen right now. And West Virginia beats Kentucky. They'll play a game 7. Troy beats Florida. They'll play a game 7.
Townsend must have thought long and hard about what this opportunity would mean for him. A chance to get his team into the supers against a team that already played today. And he has labored through 3 2/3.
That's the one I'd lean on, is Ed Cutter. He's controlled it better than any of the others so far. It's just been an issue of not throwing enough strikes or finding something that you can lean on that you know you can throw over the plate.
Longo has been great with runners in scoring position, but he looks at another one in there for a strike.
And now back-to-back cutters to get him into a plus count.
Do you go back-to-back-to-back with it?
No, I think you can go more spin. Now you can go more swing and miss. The cutter, for me, is more of a strike stealer. The other ones are more swing and miss.
It just doesn't feel like Foley has great trust in himself back there. He had a hard time with that one. Wasn't sure if it was going to bite the dirt or not. And a 2-2 on the way to the 3-hitter Longo.
I'll tell you, the one thing he hasn't thrown very much is the fastball. He came in throwing about 50% fastballs. I would bet it's closer to 35% or so tonight.
89th pitch. He struck out the side in the third. He's walked a couple here. And it is caught. It's short. Oh, and Pano with a gem. What a catch.
That's a pretty special athlete out there, man. He just, that's utilizing all 6'3" of the frame, jumping at the right moment. Pano saved another one right there. He's done that with his glove the weekend. A big swing earlier in the weekend. This time does it with the glove. Full extension for Pano. But the Devils add another one and take the lead back.
Two teams from the SEC now have punch tickets to the Supers. Jim Schlossnagel's team gets a 6-4 win. Their offense really good this weekend. And they join the Tar Heels and the Dogs. And they will all be hosts of Super Regionals. With Kyle Peterson, Carl Ravitch, it is a 4-3 Arizona State lead. 53 of the 90 pitches, KP, that Townsend has thrown went for strikes. 53 of 90. Top of the order, it's Decker.
So what are we, just south of 60% overall? It's a strange game. I mean, there's not a whole lot of flow right now, and
I think it has to do with the atmosphere as well, which, again, no Nebraska tonight. You think about it, you're playing for a chance to go to a super regional, and there's nobody really here rooting for you. The crowd is sparse. There's a lot of empty seats. And these teams have played in big environments. Here, they've played in big environments. That ball is dropped. Frustration for Briggs, who knew he had a strikeout, and he pounds it into the dirt.
Yeah, but these are the ones, I mean, you got to create your own environment internally. And you're playing for Arizona State, you're playing for a season. For Ole Miss, you're playing for a chance potentially to host a super.
Well, I mean, look, the momentum being your next day's starting pitcher, the momentum in a game is generated by a starting pitcher that throws strikes, has balls put in play, and doesn't deal with a lot of walks. Yeah, Decker did go, and he didn't realize that ball was dropped, so now he will take off for first.
We talked about some of the first game. That's why I think it's so important for Overbay to throw a 0 up right now. Arizona State takes the lead back. Now you need a quick inning. See if you can get them back in and add to it.
Double and a walk. He's been on base twice. This is Judd Udemark. .35 walks on the season, 73 strikeouts for Udemark.
Two good sliders right there from Overbay back to back. That's usually the approach against Udemark is spin.
Overbay's got 3 strikeouts since coming into the game for Linder. And now he's got another one.
3 sliders in a row, just stayed right with it. He will go out of the zone for you, especially if you get ahead of it. And Overbay Just kept it simplified right there. Keep ripping that slider, this one down and away. Utermark can't hold up. 2 quick strikeouts here in the 4th for Alex Overbay.
74th on the season for Utermark. Now we go to the 3-hitter. That's Will Furness. Overbay on the corners, but down 0-1. Will the Thrill flew out to center and grounded weakly to first. You can see both Utermark and Furness with that big uppercut swing. Three and one's a dangerous count for Utermark, Furness, and Becerra, who's due up next. And now you'll bring up Becerra, who blasted off to center field his last time up. KP, complete coverage of everything happening with the baseball regionals. You head to NCAA.com for the latest news, expert insight, and analysis.
Thank you, Rav. Texas on to the Super.
There are certain programs where the expectation is such, and that is one of them. 4 innings, longest outing for Overbay. Ball 1 to Becerra.
Here's the other one. Here's the other one to look for. Little Rock, if they win tonight, moves on to a Super. They've got an early 2-0 lead. Extra bonus points for you if you can name the mascot.
I kind of knew you were going to go there.
You said that look.
Yeah. Well, when you start a sentence with extra points for you, there's going to be a quiz that follows.
It's extra bonus. It's not just bonus points. It's extra bonus points.
Arkansas, Little Rock. Hit hard on the ground. A second charity hop out there.
I'll let you think about it in the commercial break, but you can't touch anything electronic. Look straight ahead. I'll count us. I got us a break. Don't worry. You focus on this.
Yep.
I'll tell the world the Devils are up by 1.
We are back. I have the answer. We'll get to it in a moment. 3rd inning, Federico out. Upon review, call stands in spite of the protestations of Federico. Ole Miss denied a run. And then here, one of the great swim moves we've seen in a long time. Called safe.
Called safe.
Upon review,
overturned.
Called out. A lot of action for our replay review crew in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, as we rejoin you here in Lincoln, Nebraska. It's 4-3 Arizona State. KP and Carl Ravitch. And here we go with Smaldino, who looks at a ball down. So you said no electronic equipment. You saw my hands in my pocket. And then you dropped a little hint on me that it's also the mascot of a team in the Big Ten.
Correct.
So I immediately went to fight on, fight on.
Oh, really?
I did.
You got there. I'm impressed.
Sort of process of elimination.
I'm impressed.
Is it the Trojans?
It is. It is, in fact.
I had a lot of things swimming around up there.
Extra bonus points.
I think you kind of gave it to me. 1-2.
Would be the first trip ever to the Supers for Little Rock. Last year they were 2 innings away at LSU. They took ultimately the national champs to Game 7 in the regional.
Townsend ready on a 2-2. Smaldino leading things off, the cleanup hitter for the Sun Devils, and he pulls one foul. For you as a pitcher, when you had 2 strikes, was the next pitch one that caused you problems, or was it, you know what, I got 2 strikes, I'm good, I'm going to do anything I want? Because it feels like many pitchers today tend to waste that 2-strike, the first 2-strike pitch.
Well, I think what guys do more now is they hunt the strikeout, and you didn't hunt the strikeout as much. Well, I didn't, just because I was more sinker, changeup, slider guy, so I just didn't hunt the swing and miss as much. Now they really hunt the swing and miss.
You find yourselves in situations like this. A 3-2 popped up high in the air. On the infield, Decker is back, and he's there to make the play. And it's funny, every time we do a game, no matter who's calling the game, if it's got pace to it, oftentimes the game will end and the pitcher will be asked, you know, what'd you do? Pounded the strike zone.
Yeah.
I let him hit it.
I mean, listen, there is a reason. We both saw Auburn this year. There's a reason that Auburn is one of the best pitching staffs in the country. They don't throw many balls. Stuff's good, don't get me wrong, but they are ahead a ton. Hitters chase more when they're in down counts.
I just think it has just been a very frustrating outing for him as he nears now 100 pitches. Because you can see when he's in, he's got 7 strikeouts. On the ground, Pano will dive it. It'll go under his glove. But relative to the diving catch he made last half, that one felt like he was going to get there easily.
Yeah, it looked like it actually went under his glove. I think he was there in time.
Yeah, he may have a cramp right now in his hamstring.
Arizona State's offensive approach has been very good, though. Yeah, it looked like, I don't know if he overshot the target there a little bit, but glove was there in time, goes underneath it. It'll go for a 1-out single right there for Rolig, and A-State's had base runners in every inning but 1 so far.
#100th pitch, good job of hitting there by Rolig, goes the other way. Quickly in to get it, it's Becerra. But the Sun Devils are banging it around, and they now have 2 on with 1 out.
Good approach right there. You got the whole right side of the infield essentially inviting you to hit it there. And Matthew Polk accepted the invitation. Fastball away from him. Elevated, come in at 94. Owen Kelly, Landon Waters have both been throwing in that Ole Miss bullpen. At least as of now, no action in the Ole Miss dugout.
100 pitches. Rolla to second. And that was a great job by Polk to go through the vacated right side. And now McGarry, who's really stepped into this role here for Hairston and done well. Great throw to get Federico at home, and a couple of singles and 2 stolen bases tonight. Been a difference maker. Ole Miss and Townsend looking for a ground ball double play to get out of this.
That's the one I've liked tonight is the cutter, and that's the one he's been able to consistently throw over for a strike, get swing and miss on it too. They've essentially gone away from the fastball.
Yeah. They've thrown a bunch of curveballs and a couple have gotten away. 0-2 right field, Becerra, nice running catch and no chance to tag. Risk reward, Tristan Becerra. If that gets by him, you're thinking triple maybe inside the park homer for McGarry.
That's one that swings the ball game right there. You make the play, now you got 2 outs, you're 1 pitch away from getting out of it. That ball gets by him, and that may be an inside the Parker at that point because there's nobody there to bail him out.
Really good play by the right fielder, Tristan Becerra. So 2 down, 2 on, and 103 pitches. Ball 1 to the catcher, Brody Briggs. in there for a strike. 3 of the 4 runs scored by ASU tonight have been by McGarry, Briggs, and Moutsouridis. The other was Toigo's home run to lead the game off. Beaten onto the ground, this time playing on the dirt. Decker is there, and Briggs is retired. We'll see if that was the last for Townsend. We go bottom 5, 5, 6, 7 coming up when we come back. In the bottom of the 5th, Arizona State looking to force a game 7 tomorrow. We got a handful of those already scheduled. Well, Ajita, do we just pop a couple of stomach pilsners? Is that what we have going on? Down a run, Overbay, whose longest outing is 4 innings, is back, and he gets ahead with a strike. Hayden Federico leads things off. And Federico off the end of the bat, slowly hit, fielded cleanly by the second baseman, who's been kind of quiet tonight. Contreras, we haven't heard his name be called very often. The last couple of ground balls have been in his glove. Yes, it is the home of MLB.TV. ESPN is the place to go where you can catch every out-of-market game all season long. You're home for baseball, Major League Baseball, anytime, anywhere, MLB.TV. Now Pano. I'm sure as the athlete that you are, you've had those cramps in your hamstring, which can just really hurt.
You have the closing speed that I do, Rav. It happens pretty regularly.
Yes, so you're used to getting those things. And how do you handle it?
Bananas. That's what my mom always told me.
Just eat more potassium. Let's get some banana in us. KP with a little introduction to the food of Lincoln today, to the booth.
Yeah, you got the trifecta. You got a little Casey's pizza. You got some Valentino's pizza. You got a Fairview hot dog. Fairberry, I'm sorry.
Had a little berry color to it, didn't it?
Oh yeah, that's a Lincoln staple now. Fairberry not too far away. You got a Runza.
Yep. That happened.
Gonna have an interesting evening.
Big swing and a miss. And
this kid's been good.
He's been really good.
He's been good, and they need him to be. I think that little pump-up speech that Willie Blomqvist gave him when he came into the ball game is working. Fastball to set it up, and then a really good slider right there to get Pano to swing over the top. He's now struck out the last 2 at-bats.
5 strikeouts for Overbay since coming into this game for Linder, and now it's Foley. That one was close, but it missed on the inside.
Alex Overbay coming into this game on the season, 38 2/3, had given up 55 hits, and had walked 24. Tonight he's shutting down one of the better power offenses that there is. There's still plenty of work to be done, but it's a really good start.
Pretty impressive snag over there inside the Ole Miss dugout. I don't know if you saw that. We had 2 things that you didn't necessarily pick up on. One was the around the horn that sailed into left field.
I saw that.
Okay. Foley slow roller. Here comes Rolig. Bare hand. How good have they been with the bare
this
hands?
weekend?
How much did they practice that? We saw a phenomenal one from Contreras, and now it's Rolig's turn.
He went to bear hunt this, and the first thing in my mind is, no, you got time, glove it. Well, if you can do this, just barehand it every time. Rolig has made some beauties over there, and that one gets the Devils right off the field.
The sun goes down here very late. You can see the sky. I mean, it's after 9 p.m. local time. What's at stake here? Arizona State forces a game 7. Ole Miss will go to their first super since 2022 when they won the whole thing. Townsend stays on the mound. And he gets the 9-hole hitter, Moutsouridis, who swings and misses.
He's got a first pitch split right there.
Ho-hum on that defense that we're seeing from Arizona State. Just a phenomenal play at third base.
Yeah, they flashed it all weekend. I mean, that'll make you a little bit more comfortable when you're standing on the mound when you see that ball hit into the grass.
Oh-2, and there have definitely been more balls in the dirt on 0-2 than there have been in the glove.
Foley has had his work cut out for him tonight.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, 0-2 to 2-2 on two that are you're just never going to get swings on. The misses with that curveball, and that's what it, when it's right, it is. I mean, it is filthy good. But the ability to throw it in the zone or at least close enough to get swings has just been really inconsistent tonight.
2-2 out of play. That's one of those backup, almost looked like changeups at 86 that came in on the righty. Splitter.
A little splitty that just kind of moved in on his hands.
Bianco showing a great deal of trust. And again, a loss means you're coming back tomorrow. And there are still bullets in the arm of Townsend. You use them.
This next pitch should be 113.
Yeah.
Arizona State's done a very good job of pushing that pitch count up. And a ton of foul balls, forced a lot of 3-ball counts.
Fuego is the on-deck hitter. On the ground, and that's foul. The ball disappeared underneath the padding over there. You get a couple of kids wondering where in the world did the ball go? And there you go.
Oh, you got it. Patience. Oklahoma forces a Game 7 in Atlanta against Georgia Tech. And Kansas moves on.
Kansas moves on, as does Mutsouridis with another walk. 5th of the game. 6th of the game, I believe. And
I think you go get him, don't you think?
I would. I mean, it was 0-2. I've seen that a lot. 5th walk.
And he had walked 17 all year coming in. The control numbers have been very good for Townsend.
Yeah, Mike Bianco is thinking along the same lines that you are. 5 walks, 115 pitches. And it would be described as laborious. It was laborious tonight. Laborious.
He had 1 1-2-3 inning when he struck out the side in the 3rd. But other than that, there was just continuous traffic tonight. And some of it self-induced.
So Bianco waits for our home plate umpire to get out there and basically asks him, yeah, you can signal to the bullpen, Josh. I'm talking to my pitcher.
Go get another one, please.
We'll take a break. The night is over for Townsend. It's a 4-3 ball game. If Ole Miss wins, they go to the Supers. It's Kyle Peterson, Carl Ravitch. We talked about it after we saw that great play at third by Rolig. But let's talk about some, not glove work, but bare hand web gems from ASU.
Yeah, they've given us a few opportunities. Hello, New. That was a play you don't see a second baseman have to make very often, especially where he came from. And then I couldn't believe that he went bare hand right here, but that was perfect. Austin Rolig over at third base. You could see the reaction. Smaldino over at first on that. That defense has made a big difference for Arizona State tonight. The offense has forced Ole Miss to go to the bullpen. Will Libbert, the left-hander, on. Sophomore, mid-90s guy, fastball, cutter, slider combination. The ERA inflated this year, as are the hits to innings pitched. The swing and miss is pretty good, but that's a lot of base runners in 44 innings.
Did you go like hello new for hello Newman? Or did you not even think of that?
It never crossed my mind.
Okay.
No, but but yes, I did.
Very creative. And now here's Toigo, left on left. And Libert's first move is to go over to first base.
Just a night that Townsend could not find consistency in throwing the strike one, strike two early.
Off speed gets him off the end of the bat to center field and caught out there by Federico.
I mean, you saw glimpses of why he's expected to go so high in the draft, which you didn't see his consistency. And when he's been at his best this year, the consistency has absolutely been there.
Trotta steps up, 371 on the season. His OPS overall is over 1,180. And in the due factor, new, just given what we saw with the start, new is due. Equal opportunity destroyer of lefties and righties. Trotta was raised in Eva Beach, Hawaii, where, of course, they play baseball year-round. And it's been a Little League superpower, that Eva Beach program. New had his eye on Arizona State for a while. It's been that way from Arizona State as well. And that one is inside from Libert. 2-0.
Yeah, Willie Bloomquist just he can't say enough good things about New Contradas. And we've seen the baseball side of it come out over the last 3 days, but the leadership side is what Willett really goes to first.
Bends one in there for a strike. They take a great deal of pride in who the captains of the team are, and a unanimous captain was this guy right here, partly because of his attitude about the injuries that he dealt with. He never really had a down day, and Bloomquist knows when he's in the lineup, this team can beat anybody because he's capable of carrying a team. Libert with a 2-1. Runner goes. That's inside. Another throw down and another stolen bag. Safe. And this time it's Mutsouridis who picks up his 11th. And that clearly is part of the game plan against Ole Miss and Foley.
Yeah, Arizona State didn't run a ton this year. And honestly, they weren't great at it. 67 of 90 in stolen bases this year. But tonight they have been very aggressive. That's a third stolen base of the night for A-State.
Gary with a couple, Mutsouridis with one, and that's ball 4 to Contradas. So the walks continue to be a problem for Ole Miss. That's their 6th they've issued in this one. KP, again, for complete coverage of everything that's happening in the regionals, including all the upsets. Head to NCAA.com for the latest news, expert insight, analysis, schedules. You got a bunch of games tomorrow. We may have one here in Lincoln. Longo looks at strike 1. The greatest part of the game of baseball is its unpredictability. The idea that Arizona State needed 2 wins today to advance to a game tomorrow against one of the better pitchers in college baseball, Townsend, with a lead, forced him to throw 115 pitches or so. Got him out of the game with the lead in the 6th. without their best player or one of their best players.
Yeah, and they have held this Ole Miss offense in check up to this point.
Libbert ahead 0-2. Both runners take off on a foul ball. Boy, they are being aggressive.
I like this if you're Willie Bloomquist. I mean, it's worked 3 times in a row. If this is the one thing, too, within the SEC, outside of Kentucky, and there's a few that run a little bit, you don't see a bunch of teams that run a lot. You see a few guys that run a lot, but you don't see a lot of teams that run a lot.
Not this time. Swing and a miss. A tailing fastball away. And he got Longo to chase. Feels like that's a big out with these runners being aggressive. The first punch out now for Libbert.
Yeah, it's a big spot to get one right there, too. 96 and elevated right here for Libbert. There's plenty of get up on that fastball. And for Longo, you start the hands on that one. You may got a chance to foul it off. You're not going to do anything with it. That time swung right through it.
Another dangerous and hot hitter, Dominic Smaldino. Breaking pitch to get ahead on an attempted pullback of the bat. Smaldino casts a large figure in that batter's box. That pitch has been very effective, man. That just moves away from the right-handed hitter.
Yeah, changeup right there. Only throws it to righties. That was a good one there.
The next 2-out hit will be the first 2-out hit in this game. Neither team is yet to deliver. Smaldino with good speed out there at second base. Is he going to try to bring in Mutsaritas? Not there. Swing and a miss. They're going to have to go to first with it. They're going to have to go quick. And they do get it. Foley held onto it for a while, and that's a big body, but he threw it around him. Good job by Libbert. We're going B6. It's 4-3 in favor of Arizona State.
All right, welcome back. This was the discussion that Willie Bloomquist had when Alex Overbay came in. And while we can't see exactly what was said, I think some of it was that this is the night you got a chance to really take this ball club and put him on your back. And he's done that since he's come in. The numbers would indicate, you weren't quite sure if he would, because the numbers coming in to tonight were not great for Overbay. They have been tonight. He's thrown a fair amount of strikes, had some swing and miss, allowed just 1 hit.
Randall hooks one foul. 1 hit and 3 innings of work. Outstanding job by Alex Overbay.
Look back at this day for Arizona State. Okay, so you got Colby Guy who comes in. You need a huge outing from him. He goes 6 innings, gives up 1. They win the ball game.
Yep.
From a guy that maybe you don't know exactly what you're going to get. And now in this case, it's out of the bullpen. But it's very similar for Overbay since he's come in. He was really good for him.
Great. Randall's got 2 hits tonight. He was great. He got it and threw it, threw strikes, put pressure on Nebraska. Nebraska made some mistakes. In fact, I think Nebraska will remember this regional for the plays they didn't make.
Yeah.
They had been so dependable defensively. Miscues through the course of the 2 days cost him badly. 3 balls, 1 strike to Randall. That's a good one, man. 3-2.
And on the flip side, Arizona State seems like they've made those plays.
Yeah.
I mean, the 50-50 balls, or maybe when you look at it, I mean, I don't even think it's going to be that.
That's a leadoff walk. I wonder what the most number of Game 7s have been in a particular season, because we're starting to pile them up. Milwaukee and Auburn have game 6 tonight.
Yeah. I don't know if we've ever got to double digits. I mean, it feels like 10's probably the most. We've also, what do we have, 3 teams already through. 4 teams already through. Carolina, Kansas, Texas, Georgia.
Topher Jones, man, they have just pounded the strike zone against him. He's got 2 strikeouts. He hits in the 9 spots, playing left field.
And so far, all 4 teams that are through were 1 seeds. That percentage is only going to go down.
Yeah. Yeah, big surprises. So UCLA out. The number 1 seed didn't make it the last couple of years to Omaha, right? Vanderbilt last year and UCLA this year. Randall goes, no throw down.
In your pocket. That one was stolen off of Overbend. Randall had him timed up, had a perfect jump.
5th stolen base for Randall to get into scoring position. Now can Jones advance him to 3rd? To 2nd, a quick look by Contreras, but he will go to 1st. He did get the job done. He moves Randall to scoring position with 1 down. The way they're playing defense, Contreras thought about going to 3rd to try to cut him down.
Yeah, that would have been playing with fire a little bit right there. That was 112 off the bat right there for Jones. That is scorched.
Looks like Willie Bloomquist is going to play the numbers game here.
Well, the speech worked, whatever it was.
For sure did. Overbay was great. Give it up for Kyle Overbay and the job he did. Alex Overbay, I should say.
He was awesome. He was so good and so important for Arizona State. So now they go to the bullpen. Sean Fitzpatrick is evil against left-handers.
Yeah, that's fair.
And that is why he's in the game right now. Short stints, on for the 31st appearance, but just 24 2/3. But lefties do not handle him well at all.
No, 61 batters faced. He has struck out 27. The ERA for lefties against him is 0.77. They bring the infield in
when they're ahead
with Randall at 3rd base. Willie Bloomquist has gone a little unconventional tonight with his base running. This move certainly conventional. And another one that's outside. Now righties, his ERA is 7. Lefties 0.57. Decker's had some professional at bats. Can he get it over the drawn and infield?
It is basically just fastball slider. And to left-handers this year, it's over 60% slider.
Great example of how much that ball moved right there. '31st game for Sean Fitzpatrick, 22-year-old. Birthday coming up June 19th. Oh boy, a front door slider. 3-2.
That one was pretty good now. That one was real good. Easy to give up on because it starts behind Decker, but I thought it may have clipped the inside corner on the way by.
What does he do here? Slider or fastball? Boy, that is just filthy. It does. It starts on the backside of Decker and ends up on the outside corner. A lot of batters will move up on the plate to try to cut off some of that. And he went with a fastball, and he got him. Boy, the success of Fitzpatrick as Bloomquist presses the right button.
So you got to gear up for that slider that's moving so much away from the left-hander. Then he comes back and goes 92, and that was doing the exact opposite. You could see Decker try to pull those hands in, just trying to get some piece of the barrel to it. But swings through it, and a giant strikeout right there for Fitzpatrick.
The intentional walk to Udemark, which makes great sense because of the numbers we've shared. And, of course, that brings up the lefty in Will Furness.
Willie Bloomquist showing you the confidence that he has in Fitzpatrick going left on left. They put Udemark on first base, which is the go-ahead run.
Furness, a .250 hitter against lefties. And this one is to right field. It hangs up there, and it is caught. Well, Fitzpatrick does the job he was brought in to do. A big punch out of Decker, the intentional walk, and they will strand 2 on the corners.
Brought him in for the lefties, and he got the lefties. And the Devils still have the lead.
Georgia, North Carolina, Texas has been joined by Kansas as the tickets punched increased to 4.
That's the hat of the night.
Certainly is. Is that a baseball game?
Yes.
Bad day to be a hot dog. That's a great hat.
You find me one of those.
You
go
wearing
ahead
that
and
on the
grab
course?
one. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Bad day to be a slice of pizza. That's a good hat.
Oklahoma State has come back, tied it up with Alabama late. Oklahoma State needs to win to get to a game 7. Good one late and out in Eugene. Oregon State.
Yeah.
Civil War in baseball.
Missed inside, 2-1. As Rolig leads things off, he struck out twice and then delivered a single, got stranded at second. That was back in the 5th inning. Lefty Will Libbert. He came in and picked up 2 strikeouts. On the ground right at the second baseman, Decker. Fires to first and there's 1 down. One of the things you notice too is all the advanced metrics, etc. They know where to position their defenders in this sport.
They're not light on information that's available, that's for sure. What's always, and it's kind of confusing to some people, is you can have an infield play totally different than an outfield. Just because the spray chart's telling you, okay, he's pull sign on the infield for sure, but it's straight away in the outfield.
Fitzpatrick was really good. I think the biggest question that ASU fans will have, like, do we have enough to get to the finish line and force a game 7 tomorrow in the bullpen? Really good one there from Libbert.
I think the biggest question for me is going to be, can Derek Schaefer go? And if so, how far can he go?
Right back off of Libbert. They got a chance here, though. And the out is made by Decker. It probably got him on the right part of the body, but they're going to go check on him anyway. And he gives the thumbs up. And that doesn't stop the trainer or Mike Bianco from coming out. Right there. I'm good. If it's going to get me, that's where I'd like it to get me.
Josh Porter's the athletic trainer for Ole Miss, out just to make sure. They're going to give you a freebie. You might as well take it.
He just went full exposure with the backside there, KP.
That's a trade you make every time.
They landed it.
Going to get an out of that. I'll take that trade.
Bad day to be a hot dog.
Sure was in this booth. Should have grabbed you guys one last night. Made a flyby and just grabbed one for myself.
Where'd you find it?
Apologize. It's just outside the booth.
Just laying around.
Yeah.
That was at
Old finders keepers.
around the midnight witching hour. First pitch close, but it's called inside as Libbert deals with McGarry, who's certainly had an impact in this game. With no Hairston, one of the best players in the country, who was ejected for flipping his bat up in the air after getting punched out in the first game. McGarry has come in and played really well in the field. He's reached a couple of times. He stole a couple of bases. And he has scored a run. Florida State.
They stay alive. They will have to beat St. John's twice. That whole thing got pushed back. So 2 wins today for Florida State. They'll need 2 tomorrow to advance.
McGarry just missed extra bases as he pulled that one foul, so Udemark takes a little step closer to the line at third. Libbert shakes off a couple. And he hits it off the end. How many times have we seen balls literally off the cap?
Yeah, there's been a fair amount. But it gets you new life. McGarry trying to get something a little bit further up in the zone. For a kid that only had 30-some at-bats when he was forced into the lineup in the earlier game today, he has performed very well.
Plenty of room out there in right center field with Federico shaded towards left on a 2-2. Pulls it in the hole, fielded by Udemark, who will fire to first, and that will do it in the top of the 7th inning. 3 ground ball outs, 1 aided by the backside of Libbert. Bottom 7 coming up, part of the order when we come back, and it is a bad day to be a dog. Now, first pitch from Fitzpatrick is up. It's ball 1. You know, back in the day in the major leagues, they had these guys called loogies, the left-handed one-out guys.
What?
Remember loogies?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know they were pitchers, but yeah.
Oh yeah, left-handed one-out guys. And think about, remember Mike Myers?
I played with him.
Well, he was a loogie.
Yeah. Threw from way down under, left side.
Jesse Orozco was on the list. I think Randy Choate was probably considered a loogie. That one hit him, and that's a bad spot to get hit instead of shaking his wrist. That is an owie.
That one hurts. Well, especially against a guy like Fitzpatrick, that you think you're going to get a bunch of sliders away. You'll see some lefties open up a little early, and that's exactly what Becerra did right there.
And left wrist. Now, that's a bit of a mistake there for Fitzpatrick to hit a lefty, and now you are dealing with Hayden Federico, who's been warm. Federico digs in, 4 home runs on the season. Called strike. Good one on the outside corner.
Fitzpatrick has been primarily a lefty matchup guy, or whatever you call him, but his longest outing this year is 3 innings, so he He has gone a little bit deeper than that before.
Loogies.
Oh, okay. I'm going to make you say it.
Federico takes a little walk around after falling behind 0-2. That slider starts in the left-hander's batter's box. He did not chase the fastball up and away.
Pitch usage very different to righties and lefties. Lefties, it's about 30% fastballs. Righties, about 50% fastballs.
Pano on deck. Pacetta hit by the pitch, leads off first. Did that get him on that foot? He's saying it did. Home plate umpire says no, it didn't.
I'm going to say no.
Was it Pacetta who tried on that foul ball off
No, it
his
was
foot?
Furness.
Furness, that's right.
That's why in the old days where like everybody, old days like when I played, where most people just wore black shoes and you always had them polished. So it was easy for an umpire to figure out if the ball hit your foot or not because you look at the baseball. And if it's got any black on it, then yes. And if not, you go to first. See, hitters, you're costing yourself hit by pitches sometimes. Those do look a little bit better, though, than mine did.
The next one from Fitzpatrick on a 2-2. 3-2. And against that righty, man, that is a hard one to get on that back foot. Play. Runner was moving.
Yeah, that's something to pay attention to right there. Pacetta off and running 3-2, nobody out. See if Mike Clement puts him in motion again.
When he was just a little boy, Federico would stay at home with his mom while Dad, Mike, was coaching at Memphis. And he was so young, he didn't really know what baseball games were on TV. He thought it was Memphis, but it turned out it was the Braves, the Cubs, the White Sox. The sound was off. They had the radio on. The Memphis games, and he was watching the major league games. And this kid is growing up around baseball, given his dad's coaching. But Hayden, for a long time, thought he was actually watching his dad and Memphis on TV.
That's a fun little trick to play for a while.
They got him picked off. Great job by Fitzpatrick and Meat.
That is huge. That is huge, and obviously they had seen that Pacetta was running on the pitch before, and so 3-2 count right there. Try the first pick, go right back to it. Try the second time, they get Pacetta guessing, and that will get looks like that. It's a pretty good one by Fitzpatrick. Just his second pick off of the year.
And a third time Pacetta has been picked off. 3-2. And he lost him. Well, that is a costly pickoff. But another lefty, Pano, coming up. And Austin Foley, the right-handed hitting catcher, on deck. Is there an approach, KP, other than moving up with a guy that throws such a nasty slider for a left-handed hitter in his approach against a guy like Fitzpatrick?
It's hard to train for because not too many throw it from that angle and have that much movement. You just got to try to read spin out of his hands. The difference maker for Fitzpatrick, and we've seen him do it earlier in this game, is the ability to throw the two-seamer into the lefties. So it forces him not to dive as much to protect the outside corner.
Just froze.
It's hard to convince yourself to pull the trigger on that. Furness put a good swing on it when he was up there. Just hit it right at somebody. That time you could tell Pano was not that comfortable with it.
Perfect Game had him as the number 24 overall prospect in the country, talking about Pano, and he holds up there. As a lefty, he's a guy you could find yourself getting hit by a pitch and swinging at it at the same time, especially on the ones that go on the inside.
That fastball, I mean, it's got a little movement too, and a little giddy up. That last one at 91, he's been up to 92.
It's got that Billy Wagner kind of short arm and gets on you in a hurry. That one right there, impossible for the lefty.
You can't convince yourself that it's going to come back over the plate, and you can almost hear what's going through Pano's head right now. Like there's no way where that started it was going to end up where it did. It's just that little movement right there, and then you watch it come all the way back over, and that caught a bunch of plate too. That wasn't just on the inside corner, that caught plenty.
He originally committed to the University of Arkansas. He's a captain under Willie Bloomquist, which shows you how much respect they have for him. And the Fitzmagic slider has worked tonight. That is one, if you ask Pano, like, yeah, that was magic. I'm not sure how that thing disappeared in the strike zone. Arizona, KP, 7 outs away from forcing a Game 7.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they've really pitched it well tonight. They got enough out of Linder, I would say, and that Overbay was outstanding, and Fitzpatrick's been great since coming in.
Strike one to Foley.
It just feels like if you're Ole Miss's lineup, you better do damage with right-handers.
Yeah.
Because I don't think the left-handers are going to.
It's easy to feel defeated when you find yourself staring out at Fitzpatrick and there are 2 strikes on you. Lefty or righty, certainly lefty. But he's in control. And the other thing that Fitzpatrick has apparently done is taken the bat out of Braden Randall's hand, because he is due up next and he is not in the batter's box. Instead, it's the righty, Colin Reuter. The 1-2 on the way. Fitzpatrick buries it underneath the bat.
Good work by Briggs, too.
Yeah.
Slide over and block that thing and ended up gloving it. Federico can't advance.
Strikeout rate is one of the highest in the country, and Fitzpatrick has shown that tonight. Foley lifts one into the corner and left. This one is going to get down off the wall. Rounding third, heading home, and the throw over the cutoff man. We're tied. Austin Foley with a double. It's 4-4. His first hit of the tournament.
Talked about it just a minute ago, too. If somebody's going to get him, it's probably going to be a right-hander. It's a slider that comes back in, and Foley puts a really good swing on it. This is 108 off the bat. And if the launch is just a little bit more, it's an Ole Miss lead. But Foley will take it. I think he thought it got it.
Yeah.
Right when it came off the bat. but it hits off the chain link portion of that fence and just kind of deadens. And with 2 outs, Federico's running the entire time, takes a peek at Mike Clement, then puts his head down. Scores easily and ties it up for the Rebels.
Federico's having some flashbacks to the 2 times that he's been thrown out at home. Missed a homer by about 4 feet. That had a little top spin on it. And Fitzpatrick's going to come out of the game. The captain had kept it close, but it's a brand new ball game here in the bottom of the 7th with 2 outs. Yeah, it's been a bit. The Ole Miss Rebels get their first hit and run since the 3rd inning. And don't forget, this inning started with Becerra getting hit by a pitch, and then he got picked off. Since then, we've seen a walk, a strikeout, and a big double from Austin Foley. Now we got more action out here. Eli Buxton, the sophomore, is in out of Sand Springs, Oklahoma. And the right-handed hitter has reported in for Ole Miss, Colin Reuter. Go-ahead run now on second in Foley. First pitch swinging, popped up and playable. Oh boy, I thought Smaldino was going to have it, and Contradas must have called him off.
Yeah, he called him off early too, because Smaldino peeled off, and it looked like he could have probably camped under that
easily.
I mean, he's drifting, then he peeled off really early.
Wow.
And for Contradas, he's still in a dead sprint when he gets over there and ends up overrunning it just a little bit. Yeah, guy that's done everything right defensively. It's not an easy play. He's got a long way to go, but it's definitely a play you can make.
Yeah, and those plays in college baseball can come back to hurt you. We saw it last night. And Reuter takes.
I can't believe Reuter swung at the first pitch.
I ask you, I mean, I was surprised.
I mean, Eli Buxton has an 11.4 ERA in 18 appearances. He's walked 13 guys in 15 innings. Now, maybe the idea is go and get a first pitch fastball, go get it. But I guess I would try to force him into the zone if you're Ole Miss. For Buxton, it's primarily fastball, slider. We'll throw some cutters. Fastball can work into the mid-90s.
Foley, the go-ahead run out there here in the 7th with 2 down. The next one to Reuter. In the dirt, it gets lost and no advancement by Foley.
So back to those, you're going to need some heroics from guys that maybe you don't necessarily think are going to do it coming in. This would be that on the mound.
Overbay was great. That's a strike. Hold on a second, Ray Reuter.
Grab it.
Sorry, my bad. It's a big one here. 3-2 with 2 down in the bottom of the 7th of now a tie game. And he missed. Which brings you back to the question. We were swinging to the first pitch.
Yeah, Topher Jones may have a take on right here with his first pitch. If you got to take on, don't show fake bunt, please. I think the zone gets bigger when you do it.
That's on the list. Things we'd like to see either outlawed or brought back.
Oh, that's on the list. Add it?
I just added it. Oh,
okay,
yeah. Because you made a sort of an emphatic statement. Like, that's just not square here. Jones did hit the ball hard his last time up. And he did go for the downs again.
And that would have been a called strike. It's a pretty good slider right there from Buxton.
He's aggressive, but I was going to say he had struck out his first times up without making any contact. And his last plate appearance, a hard grounder over 100 miles an hour at the second baseman. The challenge of losing a game, not being 2-0, shown right here for Arizona State. The question was always going to be, can they get to the finish line? Outfield very shallow. They all came creeping in. The ball gets by Briggs. And KP, take a look at where McGarry and Longo are playing in left and center.
Topher Jones has actually got pretty good juice.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a ton of at-bats this year, but it's 3 home runs. He had a 112-mile-an-hour ground ball early in this game. That's taking a chance right there, but you don't really have to quite yet. The pressure on Briggs, too, behind home plate right now to keep that thing in front.
Jones chases in the dirt. He runs to first, and the throw is made, and the out is recorded.
All right, Eli. Passed the first test, man. Got him fishing right there. Ole Miss ties it up as we go to the 8th. That brings a tear to your eye, doesn't it?
It sure does, man. The easy exit off the BKP now right into beautiful ballpark. Mighty that is just pretty. We have Mighty Suston Williamsport. Got the Mighty Miss there. Thank you very much, Kevin Clark.
Walk right over to Council Bluffs, Brad.
Yeah, I know, we do.
Daily trek.
Morning walks, clear the head. Tradition unlike any other. We got a brand new ball game, KP. These two teams have played long ones before, 14 innings. We go to the top of the 8th, tied. Will Libbert will get Briggs, Mutsaritas 8, 9, and 1. Didn't expand the zone with the fake bunt. On the ground, need a backhand play. He made it. Decker up, fires. Whoa, what
That's
a play.
A beauty. That is a beauty. I mean, that's important at any time when it's the leadoff hitter of the inning. That importance just increases from there. Dom Decker going backhand side, then has plenty of time to pop up. Left on left, first hitter, and pretty good pass at it right there from Briggs. You erase that leadoff runner right there. It changes the complexion of the entire inning, and Decker does it right there.
Yeah, belt bust. We had a wardrobe malfunction.
Died a hero right there.
Yeah, and thanks,
Go
Randall.
frame that thing.
Thanks, Randall, for firing the belt at me. I'm good with a handoff. The thing's got a
94-mile-an-hour two-seamer with the belt right at him.
We got a buckle. I don't need that in the old eyeball. Brett Mosley's got in to play center field. Topher out of the game in left. Federico in left. A handful of great defensive plays, and one made there by Dom Decker. Pano comes over, asks if you need a little help putting that thing on.
I'm good, thanks.
Yeah, please. Personal space. And now we're good with Mutsaritas, who has reached base 3 times tonight. In the hole, need another good play. Strong throw, holds the bag. Pano follows up Decker.
He is so much fun to watch defend, man. I know that the bat has been inconsistent this year. Had a huge hit for him earlier in this regional, but he can just do it all with a glove, and it doesn't stop with a glove. I mean, it's one thing to get to this. Now you got to make the throw, and the transfer was perfect. He throws off the right foot all the way across his body, and it's always nice to have a 6'5" first baseman that can go get it. But those are,
yeah, I think Pano,
those are two to circle right there in a row.
KP, I think he's feeling it in that hamstring of his, that right leg. Ginger walk back. First pitch in there from Libbert to Toigo. Been a big night at the plate for the leadoff hitter tonight. Toigo with a homer.
And not moving
double.
Great.
No, I think it caught him a couple of innings ago. Oh, boy, slow one in there to get ahead 0-2. They got one in the 7th. The all-important next half shutdown here for Libbert. Can he do it against Toigo? Toigo leads Arizona State in the regional with 7 hits. And credit both Decker and Pano with taking 2 hits away this inning. Toigo drives one to left. Federico is there. Oh boy, it looked like he may have lost it
for a minute.
And he's able to make the play. Yeah, he's pointing up there. I couldn't see a thing.
Welcome to left field. Always seems to find you, doesn't it? That's 3 swings in the inning for Arizona State that could have got somebody on first base. Yeah. It's Dom Decker that robs him first. Backhand side, pop up. Knocks out the leadoff man. Ends up a 1-2-3-8 in part thanks to this Pano gem.
KP, the pyramid has been built.
Uh-oh.
And the game is tied. And that first pitch from Eli Buxton, who bounced off of the bump in the last half, is back out there. And he gets the top of the order for Ole Miss. It's Dom Decker to lead things off. And it looks like Schaefer is in the pen for Arizona State.
I would say 1 base runner there going to Schaefer.
Well, there's not a base runner there. Decker swings and misses. That's a couple of big ones there from Eli Buxton.
Kid's getting it done so far, man. Slider that has more down than horizontal break, but enough to get it underneath the bat of Dom Decker right there and get that all-important leadoff man out. Derek Schaefer threw 13 pitches in the previous game for Arizona State.
A real dangerous hitter right here, and the trust in Buxton to get Udemark. When Buxton gets that arm up, man, his release point is way up high. And Udemark has done that a lot tonight. He's taking some deep breaths.
I think this one may have knocked the wind out of Josh Shepard.
No doubt.
I mean, just a foul ball that hit him direct. I don't think it got any glove coming back.
Foul ball off the bat of Udemark. Always guys who have that smile on their face and they're addressing somebody's maladies.
I mean, he must have said something.
No question.
He must have said something at least to get him smiling.
Grab a cup. He's been required to go to the water a couple of times tonight.
Yeah.
So parents, you want your kids to grow up and be umpires.
At least they'll be well hydrated.
We need more of them. It's so important.
You ain't kidding.
And I'll take 3 more new ones. Thank you.
Udemark saying, sorry, that's on me. I'll try to keep it fair next time.
KP, you got a real lockdown guy out there in Schaefer and a dangerous, prolific power hitter here in Udemark in a tie game.
Yeah,
You know where I'm going.
I do know where you're going. I think the question is, I don't know who's after him and how long he can go.
Here we go with a 1-1. And it's 2-1.
I would bet, I don't know this, but the thought is, okay, until we get a bet. Now, granted, Utermark can screw the whole plan up if he hits it in the seats. It's essentially all sliders from Eli Buxton.
The all-time leading home run hitter in Ole Miss history, Utermark. 3-1. This one is not leaving the yard. It is popped up to shallow center. Long goes under it, and he's there to make the play. That's a really good job by Buxton and Bloomquist to trust him.
You're kind of at the point of your bullpen where you got to trust him. You got to trust him some here, and yes, you're playing with fire, everybody that comes up there, because of the numbers that have been against Buxton this year. But if he keeps that slider down like he is right now, it makes it tougher for these guys to make solid contact with it.
Furness has been aggressive on the first pitch, and that one missed away. The 3-hole hitter, a .321 average. 7 long balls. On the corner, Furness thought that was out. In the dirt, trip to the Super Regionals for Ole Miss if they can pull off a win tonight. And if not, we're back here with a bunch of other Game 7s on Monday.
You can see Mike Bianco saying, force it up, force it up. He got one up there. Just missed it. Buxton really trying to work bottom of the zone and just down and out of the zone, and I'm sure that's a force it up suggestion right there to Furness.
2-2. And he rolls one over, and Buxton is going to have a chance to bounce again and bark a little bit too on his walk back. He gets through the top of the order. Decker, Utermark, and Furness. We need some people to deliver, and so far Buxton has for ASU.
Ground fielded, fired home, and out at home. What a play! Randall, that's the game. He wins it. A 1:16 a.m. walk-off.
Yeah, the first meeting between these two teams was thrilling. It lasted 14 innings. It didn't end. There's a yawn. It didn't end until 1:15 a.m. here in Lincoln. We got ourselves another tie ball game. And J.P. Robertson is getting called on out of the pen.
We saw him yesterday. Robertson came on through 32 pitches. It's a mid-90s fastball. Really good slider, too. You see a couple curveballs, a couple changeups, but primarily those two. But it's a fastball that gets into the mid-90s regularly. A bunch of swing and miss. 46 strikeouts and 32 2/3. But he has walked about 5 per 9 this season.
At Pearl River Community College, this dude was a great two-way player. Went 9-2, had an ERA of 3.14, and he also hit 3.88. Redshirted first year in Oxford. He really found himself in the Northwoods League, and he's been dynamite this year. New Contratus looks at ball one. And New is due.
Yeah, and this is the spot for the Devils. I mean, you're the part of this order that can do a ton of damage.
And the 2-3-4 tonight, 0 for 9, 3 walks, KP. Contratus 4 homers in the regional. That's 2-0. You can throw it upwards of 100 miles an hour. Oof. A hanger.
We're not trying to shoot one to right there. If he's trying to shoot it to right, he's trying to shoot it to the scoreboard. But Contreras frees him up and fouls it back on a 2-0 that he was trying to deposit somewhere.
2-3-4, top of the ninth. Arizona State looking to break this tie. No, and that was close. All right, KP, 3-1. How about that?
Back and took something off it, too.
Federico basically is on the warning track in left field, as is Becerra in right field. 3-2. Jam shot, good pitch, and it was that same one. He's fallen in love with that slider of his.
Yeah, and it's two different breaking balls, the curveball and the slider. He does have a split, too, but he's only thrown it to lefties this year.
Can the leadoff man get on? Yes, he can. That one was high and tight, and a great job by Contreras, who becomes the leadoff man on and the go-ahead run. Third consecutive walk for Contreras.
Just 18 sack bunts this year for Arizona State. Longo does not have any.
Arizona State trying to force a game 7 tomorrow. Ole Miss trying to move into the supers. And Robertson ready to Longo. He does square. Oh, a perfect one. Robertson's got to be quick with it, and they get the out, but to second goes the speedy Contreras. Boy, that looked perfect.
How about that? They haven't asked him to do it all year. Not once. And Longo got a breaking ball, which for me is a little bit easier to get down. It's already moving down the zone, but just deadened it in a spot that they had no chance to get that lead runner. Slider down, went down with it. Knees went down, so that bat stayed in the right angle you want. That is well done.
Yeah, Longo, and they had such high hopes for it, and he is starting to pay big dividends here at the end of this year. And now Smaldino looks at ball one. Go-ahead run is at second base. Austin Rolling is on deck. How careful are you being here with first base open?
Fairly careful.
Oof.
It's interesting, though, for Robertson, a guy that, I mean, he throws a fairly low percentage of fastballs, about 40%, but he throws mid-90s. And
yeah.
Was he throw one since he's been in?
Yep. He's touched triple digits. But you cannot hang one here to this guy. He will bang it over the wall. He's twice tried to get that call in the inside corner and hasn't.
Yeah, that one just off.
That's in there for a strike.
That one just there. Still, though, all breaking balls in this at-bat to Smaldino.
Don't forget, Derek Schaefer is ready if they can grab a lead to close this thing out. The 2-2 on the ground. Pano has it, fires, and there are two down. There's no doubt that Owen Pano is playing in some pain out there. Every step he takes is ginger.
Yeah, it is not comfortable for him. But even with that, he's made a couple great defensive plays.
And he's right there cheering as hard as he can for Robertson to get one more. Pano scheduled to hit third in the bottom of the ninth. Will the score be tied or not? Rolig has a hit tonight. And there's great speed out there at second. that one lands.
I mean, at what point do you just eliminate the fastball? We'll see if Arizona State does that and just sits off speed, because that's essentially all that Robertson is throwing.
1-1. Rolik swings, and that's foul, and now it's 1-2. Does he have that heat in his back pocket in this situation?
Maybe a good time to try it.
Try to get it up top. We've had several great plays at the plate in this Lincoln Regional. Go ahead run at second. Next pitch in the dirt. Sun Devils are 0 for 9 with 2 outs, 1 for 11 with runners in scoring position. And Rolling beats it into the ground. Pano one more time, fires a strike. And they hit it to the right man, and J.P. Robertson has set the table for the middle of the order to try to win it and move on to the supers. Becerra, Federico, Pano when we come back. Maybe a bit of a harbinger of things to come.
It's a big night.
Eli Buxton stays in the game. And Becerra looks at strike one. Really good location. Schaefer looks like he's still out there, KP, throwing.
Yeah, he's been effective.
On the ground and just foul. Buxton and Guy have been heroic.
Yeah, I don't want to play poker with Willie, because he's not afraid to go all in.
No.
This is going all in right now. Eli Buxton, again, coming into this game, had an 11.40 ERA this year. One Ole Miss run sends them to the supers.
And Becerra's got a homer tonight. Got drilled by a pitch his last time up. Federico swinging a hot bat on deck. 4 times in 8 innings, they've got the leadoff man on tonight. Becerra's first home run was a shot to straightaway center field into the bottom of one of those trees out there.
Let's go ahead to go to the biggest part of the ballpark.
Yeah. The 1-2 liner, and that is well played, man.
To the shift.
Knew Contreras was right there. Caught it off the end of the bat. And there is one big out here in the bottom of the 9th.
See, Rav, that's why they play so deep.
Yeah.
That one right there. In a normal shift. I'm not sure if Contreras can make that play, but right there. Again, all important leadoff out right here for Eli Buxton.
Bloomquist winning again with the decisions he's made. Here comes Federico. 3 times he's been on.
Kind of like we were talking about, it was all spin with Robertson. All Buxton is throwing is sliders.
Hey, one thing about Bloomquist, man, he constantly looks very calm.
He's seen some stuff.
He has seen a lot.
I think it helps all the things that he's seen in this game. So obviously, so is Mike Bianco. I mean, he's been doing this 26 years.
Yeah.
But a whole lot of baseball knowledge in those 2 dugouts.
And over 500 batting average. His 7 hits, leading Ole Miss. A 2-1 count. Called strike. He looked right back at the home plate umpire as if to say, that can't be. Oh, okay, it's a strike. Pano has struck out his last 3 times up. He's on deck. That one is down, and it's a full count. With 1 out, here it comes. Swing and a miss. He got him to chase up top. Eli Buxton at 95.
How about a time to pick the elevated fastball? It'd have been slider, slider, slider. I mean, really for the last 2 innings. But he's got 95 in the tank. And 3-2, take 95, elevate. Probably went out of the zone right there. But tough to lay off on the fastball up and out. Buxton still spinning a gem out there.
Pano looks at 1 down. He's pitched great. He's gotten guys out. Is there a time that you would think to take him out? He's been so effective. And this one is to left and shallow. Playable. McGarry, and Buxton one more time has got his team back into the dugout. Yes, Eli.
Saving the season right now.
Hardly a surprise that we're going extra innings here. Ole Miss and Arizona State here in the Lincoln Regional. If Ole Miss can win, they will move off that line into the center. Auburn and Milwaukee, the 2 battling in the Auburn Regional.
Milwaukee's the undefeated team in that one. Auburn's going to have to beat them twice.
That's what is on the line for both of these teams. Forcing a game 7 tomorrow, or Ole Miss getting some time off before they would play in their 9th Super Regional. First man up here in the 10th is going to be Matt Polk, California kid from Long Beach, California. Started at Vanderbilt, played for 3 years. Hit .295. He redshirted in 25. And a big swing and a miss there. And then he wanted to be closer to home. His mom has successfully battled a brain tumor, so he wanted to be near her mom, Martha. And he committed to Willie Bloomquist at Arizona State. 5th-year senior. Behind 0-1. 0-2. Robertson liked the location of that pitch for sure.
Yeah, that's exactly where he wants to throw it, especially when he gets ahead. That one was down and out of the zone, but Polk just couldn't hold up. Now Robertson in a big 0-2 hole.
6, 7, 8 in the inning due up for the Sun Devils. Yeah, that's a swinging bunt. What a play.
Well done.
Austin Foley charged, picked it up barehanded, and made a perfect throw.
Well, watch too when he barehands it. Now you got to clear yourself from the runner at the same time. So it's not just grabbing it. You're dealing with the base runner who, by rule, can't be inside the base line when he gets past that 45-foot line. But Foley, barehand, continue that momentum. Has to sidearm it because you got to get rid of it quick. So he clears himself just enough to make the throw to Furness.
Here's Kai McGarry. And he has played a large role for this team in the absence of Landon Hairston. He was ejected from the game earlier today for throwing his bat up in the air after being punched out. So not able to play. He would return for the game tomorrow if there is one. Too far inside. You think about it, you remove one of your 2 best players from the lineup. You don't have a ton of pitching. And here they are toe-to-toe with Ole Miss in the 10th.
Yeah, Arizona State has outpitched their coverage tonight. I mean, they've had big time outings from guys that really have not been consistent this year, but they've been good tonight.
It's now just a steady diet of breaking balls.
Talking about now Hairston tonight, and Willie hit on it when we talked to him. I mean, you're losing some of the best offensive production in the entire country. Big 12 Player of the Year. Will be a finalist for the Golden Spikes. 28 home runs, leads the country in OPS.
Who do you got if you had to pick? Lackey, Jackson, Hairston?
I mean, Teg Davis hit 34 home runs. I think it's as big of a toss-up between those four. Lackey is hard to go against. And then
called strike 3. Lackey to catch it for Georgia Tech. Robertson looks a little bit different, a little more dialed in here in this inning, and he picks up strikeout number 1.
Slider's been tight. Buried it right there. And then Daniel Jackson goes 25-25 as a catcher for Georgia. So, yeah, you don't go wrong with those, and they haven't gone wrong with Robertson tonight. Slider that at the knees on the outside black. McGarry takes it. 2 quick outs here in the 10th for J.P. Robertson.
Brody Briggs, the catcher. Big swing and a miss. Bottom of the order for both these teams in this inning, the 10th. It'll be 7, 8, 9 for Ole Miss when they get up. It's been 6, 7, and 8 right now for Arizona State.
Oklahoma State, Alabama in the 11th. Little Rock leads Jacksonville State 4-3. A Little Rock win would send them to the Supers. That's in the bottom of the 7th.
Briggs the other way. He's running like it may be fair, but it's foul by about 15 feet. And the count goes to 2-2 with 2 down. Brody with a walk his first time up, a strikeout and a ground out to second. Schaefer continues to stay hot in the Arizona State bullpen. Robertson ready. This one to center, and it's going to get down. A little 2-out hit there for Briggs. And he is aboard.
Look at him hang. Good job of hanging in there on the slider right there. Let that thing come right over the outside part of the plate. The Devils have a base runner with 2 outs. Briggs, 2 of 3 on the year in stolen bases. Arizona State has been aggressive on the base pass tonight. I'm not sure if they'll do it with Briggs here, though.
Twego, dangerous leadoff hitter, already with a homer and a double is on deck. This is Moutsouridis, who has reached 3 times, all via the walk. Oh, and 1. Doesn't really matter what location the slider is in. It
you don't want to throw it there, though.
It seems not to.
It has not been hurt tonight,
no.
But that middle, you're tempting fate there.
Tenth inning of this one, Arizona State trying to force a game 7. Ole Miss trying to win it and move on to a super regional. The shortstop Moutsouridis has gone yard 4 times this season. On the corner, inside, called strike 2. Really a hard pitch to locate there for a righty. Called strike 3. Inside, outside, he moved it around, and Robertson picks up 2 punch-outs in the inning.
Well, that'll get him fired up, rightfully so. A couple strikeouts in the inning. J.P. Robertson has been outstanding since coming out of that Ole Miss bullpen. It is 7, 8, 9 due up for Ole Miss. 1 run wins it.
And it looks like Schaefer is coming in. We're back here. 4-4 is our score. Linder, Overbay, Fitzpatrick, Buxton. That has been the pitching crew for Arizona State, and they have kept this game tied to the bottom of the 10th. Now they turn it over to Derek Schaefer. Won a championship with the Vols in Tennessee. Kid that grew up in Cave Creek, Arizona, went back home now. And has been an anchor of this Sun Devil pen.
We've already seen him today. Schaefer was out through 13 pitches in Arizona State winner go home game, and now he's out there to try to keep this season alive right here. He'll face the bottom of this Ole Miss order, but one Rebel run sends them on to supers.
You just don't see it very often, but in these supers with elimination games and teams coming out of that side of the bracket, you may find yourself pitching during the day, then again at night. And that's the case as Austin Foley steps in. And he lands that first pitch beautifully.
A fastball and then cutter, slider, curveball. So 3 different breaking balls for Schaefer on for the 31st time.
Another good one. Foley's behind 0-2 quickly. Foley's had a good night at the plate. He's reached 3 times. He got hit, he walked, and then a double. And eventually tied this one up. He's gone. Boy, what work that was. 87-mile-an-hour slider. And Schaefer's got 1 strikeout.
Yeah, State breaking ball heavy, that at bat right there to Foley too. And these guys coming out of the bullpen, man, they're throwing up some numbers. Schaefer went 1 2/3 in Arizona State's opening game on Friday. Finished out the game against Nebraska before this. Now back out there tonight.
Colin Reuter, the 8th hole hitter, looks at one off. They took Randall out a couple of innings ago in the 7th when Fitzpatrick was on the mound. And then he came out and Reuter had to stay in. 2 balls, no strikes. Top of the order is due up for Arizona State if we go to the 11th. No, that missed in, and the count goes to 3-0. It looks like Luke Romine, the lefty, is in the on-deck circle for the Rebels. That's going to be outside, and that's a 4-pitch walk after a strikeout of Foley. He walks Reuter. So Romine will strut to the plate. Luke just a 111 average on the season. And we're going to get a special runner going in for Ole Miss. And the fastest guy on the team who did pinch run last time they used this is Cannon Golden.
Golden just 1 stolen base on the season, and he was thrown out, but in there to pinch run for Reuter in this spot.
Brody Briggs on alert. Not yet a big lead for Golden. And the dirt gets away. Wow. And what a big, big break for Ole Miss. Rare. It went right through the legs. It looked like a Briggs, and into scoring position goes the winning run.
Yeah, breaking ball that was down right there, and as Briggs just come up a little bit on it. Yeah, you expect that ball to bounce up, and it just stayed all the way down and went right through the wickets.
Outfield now crowds in here to try to cut off the speedy Golden on a ball to them in the outfield. Romine hits it to the backside underneath the glove. Romine late goes to third, And Ole Miss is in business now, 1st and 3rd. It went underneath the glove of Moutsouridis. At the very least, he would have been able to keep Golden at second base.
Luke Romine had 2 hits on the season before that right there. On the season. He was 2 for 18. Well, his 3rd keeps this inning going. Now 1st and 3rd, 1 out for the Rebels. Top of the order coming up.
KP, we saw
I've seen him do it twice.
Use of 5 infielders twice during that 14-inning game.
Well, Dominic Longo's looking into the dugout right now to see if he needs to trot in and switch gloves.
And they're all looking over to the dugout to see what Willie Bloomquist wants to do. He's going to come on out to discuss the strategy. KP, I thought that Moutsouridis just had at least a chance to keep that thing on the infield. Did it go underneath the glove?
Yeah, and he kind of took a false step, too. He did. He was there.
Yeah.
So it was close enough, definitely, to glove it. And Cannon Golden, the pinch runner, took 2 steps back to second base. And you have to make sense. It just went right under his glove. It's, I don't know if he was peeking at the pinch runner right there to see. It's going to be a base hit, or at least it seems like it's going to be a base hit. But in that spot, you're definitely keeping Golden at second base if you glove it.
Yes.
Well, here's your answer.
Yep.
Longo runs in, flips one glove, takes another, and
here we go. 3rd
time in this regional. Arizona State's going to play 5 infielders.
It was Randall the other night. It's Decker who's coming up now. If they can get Golden in from 3rd, they will move to a super regional. And twice in extra innings have beaten the Sun Devils of Arizona State.
Oh, this limits your outfield positioning right here, because you only have 2 of them. Toigo's going to essentially play, well, pushed over toward center and right center. And then McGarry is going to play left center. So you hit a ball to dead center field right now, the game's over.
Yes, it is.
You hit a ball down the lines in the air, the game's over.
All right, so here we got the offensive timeout where the guys on the bases are going to meet with Bianco. Decker is the man coming up. Udemark is on deck. And Schaefer is not an easy guy to hit. Well, here's a whole bunch of strategy going on.
So we got Mike Bianco talking about outfielder positioning, where they at. We got Willie Bloomquist telling his corners, we got to crash. If you see hands at all on a bunt, you got to crash, because there's only one play. I don't care how good of a bunt it is, there is only one play, and it has to go home. It could have been an all-time deke by Mike Bianco to bring him in, talk about outfield positioning, and then put a safety on right now. For Decker, just 1 sack bunt this year. And Ole Miss is
Longo had 1 sack bunt, and he laid down a perfect one.
Ole Miss has done it 7 times all year.
5 on the infield for Decker. Golden at 3rd, the winning run. Schaefer out of play. There's no indication at all about any bunt.
A Decker single, and Ole Miss moves on to the super.
Dom Decker has struck out his last 3 times up. Schaefer got it in on his hands again. It's 0-2. The outfielders now are McGarry in left center and Toigo in right center. Longo is playing straight up the middle on the infield grass.
Just got a piece to stay alive and foul it straight back.
He went up top, pitch up top, a little bit easier to elevate and get to the outfield. And again, Golden, the pinch runner, as fast as anyone on the team. Another 0-2. And this one is driven to left field. Rolling back. He's coming home. Here's the throw. On to the Supers go the Rebels. Another pitch up, and Dom Decker delivered the devastating blow to the Sun Devils. Heartbreak City, man, for Arizona State, who absolutely fought their tails off. Without one of the best players in the country, they got heroic performances during the day and night from pitchers that had not really delivered, and they came through tonight in the biggest way possible.
Yeah, and you saw the ways that Arizona State can be dangerous in this. Don't let it be lost in this, the guy that didn't play, because that figures into this. No Hairston at the top of this lineup, and you never know what's going to happen. But obviously, lineup had to be shifted around, and losing one of the best hitters in the country did not help. Bullpens from both sides were outstanding, but at the end, Dom Decker, the transfer from Murray State that knocked Ole Miss out of their regional last year in Oxford, now transfers to Oxford. He gets the hit that takes Ole Miss onto the Super Regionals.
Let's take a look at the Capital One rewarding performance, and Willie Bloomquist had the guy on the mound that he wanted to have on the mound.
Closer in right now and just elevated enough. It was a fastball at 96 that Dom Decker got plenty of, deep enough to left center. Cannon Golden, the pinch runner. Think about the guys that have affected the end of the game for Ole Miss the last couple days that were not in the starting lineup. They came in later on. Yeah. Romine gets a hit. Golden comes in to pinch run. This was all-around team effort for Ole Miss to get them to advance. And a team that, if they had had a good SEC tournament, would have hosted, now pays attention to the Auburn Regional. Because if Auburn gets beat and Milwaukee wins that, you will have a Super in Oxford. Oxford, if Auburn wins, Ole Miss goes to the Plains.
You do think about that play where Moutsouridis had it go underneath the glove, and instead of having first and third, it might have been first and second. And the speedy Golden came in without really any play at home. And the team that won it all in 2022, last team in that year, is going back to a Super Regional. Decker fouled off a couple, and then there was one that was elevated, and he was able to deliver it into left field. A throw from McGarry not quick enough. Ole Miss advances, and they will find out where they go and who they play when the outcome of Milwaukee and Auburn is over.
Just got a little bit louder on the square tonight in Oxford, Raph.
Think it did. All right, we welcome in Dom Decker. Well, how you feeling right now after that clutch hit?
Oh, man, that was awesome. Just happy to get the job done for the team. Had a rough night all around, but had to stick with it for all the guys in the dugout, all the seniors, and I'm just really glad I got it done for them.
Dov, your road here is interesting, obviously, because you were playing Ole Miss last year, but you were on the other side, a big part of that Murray State run to Omaha. Now you're a big part, obviously, of this Ole Miss run. So just take me back to those two and the thoughts going through your mind about potentially getting back to Omaha.
Yeah, I mean, there's no better feeling than playoff baseball. It's what keeps all of us going. It's what you play for. It's what you practice every day for. It's the long days. It's the reason we're here. So it's awesome. It's obviously everything it's about. So.
You know, baseball is the ultimate team game, and as KP pointed out before you were able to get over here to the interview, think about the guys that contributed to your victory here late in this game. What does that say about this unit?
Oh, man, I mean, it is unbelievable. We didn't play our best by far, and, I mean, people kept us in it. Cade battled the whole game. Libert came in and gave us I don't know how many zeros, and JP just unbelievable as always, and really kept it close for us, and then at the end, people just got on base, and big team effort. I mean, that was awesome.
Anybody beat Golden in a race, by the way?
No, not even close. He's lapping everybody.
I wouldn't even try right now. You had the right guy standing on third base.
Yeah, we did. So.
All right, man, we appreciate it. Thanks so much. Good luck in the Super.
Thank you so much.
It was really well managed, too, on both ends to get to where we got to in extra innings for the second time this week. Ole Miss in extras takes care of Arizona State. But Willie Bloomquist minus one of his best men. What a job he did.
He pulled all the right strings, man. He gave his club a real chance on a day that they were shorthanded in the bullpen. But at the end, they go to extras, come up just a little bit short, and the Rebs play on.
Another SEC team to the Supers.
You know what they say, Rev? Don't let the Rebs get hot.
I want to thank everybody that's been involved with this Lincoln Regional. Terrific work behind the scenes for my buddy Kyle Peterson and our producer Kevin Clark. I'm Carl Rabbit saying so long from Lincoln.